Muppet Arms.
Ivy, your timing was perfect.
Oh, no, I know.
Nailed that.
She said, I know.
I know, I got this in clutch, don't you worry. Welcome, everybody, to Beyond the Realms. It is so good to see you on this lovely, lovely Monday. How you're all doing? Thank you all so much for coming in for another session. Really quick off the bat, for all those who are fans of the Feywild D&D campaign or other story that we have here on the Dicecream Twitch channel, tomorrow is the day, the bi-weekly schedule. So for those of you following Feywild, make sure you're coming in tomorrow as well, around 4:30 p.m. PST, as we got another tasty, tasty episode of the Feywild DM'd by the great Jody Rose for you tomorrow as well. Beyond all that, I don't think we have anything really in the form of announcements. What was that?
No, don't worry. No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
What?
No.
God damn it.
Kevin, what's wrong?
It's so good.
What are you talking about, Kevin?
You are going to make me just, every time I'm in a serious scene, you're just going to like move your head.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there,
The
Kevin.
thing is, now you know that it's there, you're going to find yourself looking constantly.
Oh my God, just gently caressing me all over.
What's that? Oh, Kevin, what are you doing on my bed?
Wow. I looked very surprised to be there and very shocked. What am I doing? Like, what have you done to me already to make me use that face? That's what I'm curious.
I wouldn't know.
I know if this is a new merch item.
Yes.
Just
yes.
that on a t-shirt?
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think that would sell.
I would buy it.
I'd buy that.
I don't
I'm
know.
holding it for the body pillow.
Yeah,
True.
we talked about that earlier. What's it, or a shower curtain?
Mm-hmm.
That's the new merch coming soon, to Tune Body Pillow. Tune Kalape.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All the different job titles side of the long pillow.
All the titles. It's also like woolly, like he is, so it's really comfortable. It's like almost a shag carpet.
Ooh.
With like a 3D trunk.
Yeah, exactly.
That you can like sort of comes in, it zips into the body pillow, so you can zip it up, and if you want to take it out, you just pull the zip down and like use it as like a.
Anyways, Beyond the Realms.
Just asking about fiend body pillows, so like that could also be a thing.
That too.
SpongeBob Mr. Krabs pillow.
I was gonna say some Mr. Krabs as a body pillow.
Or maybe like a shadow dog body pillow.
I would
shadow
buy a
puppers.
plushie of a dog.
Wait,
Yeah, the doggo.
it's one of those double-sided ones. One side is Fiend, the other side is the doggo.
See, I like the idea of the Fiend and Toon body pillows being sold as like a double set. And they take
We
up so
call it
much
the-
space that actually you can't fit in your bed anymore.
It's the bromance
Just
pillow.
air them.
This is their
Give
bed.
them their privacy. Go sleep on the couch.
It's a bromance pillow.
Today's gonna be great. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, this is great.
Start early on our
We're in
bullshit.
a real mood today, huh?
If we all get TPK'd, I want the chat to remember this specific moment. And seriously,
In chat, it's their bed now. Coming soon.
Well, all that out of the way, everybody. Why don't we
is it?
hype up this weird energy we're all feeling tonight and dive into another session of Beyond the Pale. Okay. So, last we left off, the party having arrived now in Asgard, having taken kind of a settlement here in the Golden City after they came back from vanquishing Ariel the Frost Maiden, bringing back a shard of her essence for Odin to imprison. They gave you a few gifts for these acts. You each got an audience with Odin. You got your own lakeside cottage that used to belong to Thor, Odin's son himself. And during this downtime, you all had an audience with Odin, requested a few things, asked for a few things. But all in all, after your meetings, you went back to the lake house and just kind of had a little bit of downtime. few things kind of came to fruition during the night. Tarek having a dream sequence with his long-lost sister. Few eerie circumstances happening that involved a knife with Farrell. I can't read what that says.
This Ivy has gone 0 days without stress.
Oh. Toon and his lovely Juliustana kind of reconnecting and strengthening their relationship. Ramira having a bit of a hellish nightmare of sorts, where the brand from Mammon started to flare up and sting. And also Mr. Fiend being escorted to the Tree of Woe prison location. And had a very memorable interaction with a new player in our story, Loki, the god of mischief, thievery, and lies.
Just call him Daddy.
And also had quite the revelation after exchanging a few words, realizing that Loki was indeed the founder of Mr. Fiend's criminal organization, the Skeleton Key Gang, and more importantly, Reynard, the Fey Fox Lord, was also an original member of said crime syndicate. Lots of revelations, lots of lore dumping and information that was given to you. But at the end of that session, we caught up with Farrell, reconnecting to one of the things she had talked to Odin about, which was asked to see a powerful mage if she could help get a foothold into the ethereal realm. And once that happened, you met with your sister, who was sort of stuck in this in-between place, in this never-ending sequence of not being able to rest. Her feeling guilty for the events that happened with her passing, with her falling through that ice lake from your backstory long time ago, ending her life, and she felt guilty for it. She felt guilty that you were kind of you were focusing on it for a long time of your life, and but you, instead of trying to bring her back or get her into material plane, you voted to let her know that it was okay and to let her move on into the afterlife, no longer lingering in that space. Very touching, beautiful scene. There were tears. It was amazing. And that is where we ended last session. So we will pick up not too long from that very moment as Salvia, the head mage, head sorcerer of the Academy of Arcana here in Asgard, sort of accompanies you and Sir Strange down through the spiral staircase, through various hallways. And you remember as you flowed through this encampment, there were various groups of mages currently under tutelage, wearing various tunics and robes with various colorations assigned to them. And as you kind of reach the front gate that you had once entered into, Salvia kind of shakes your hands once more. And before you kind of turn to leave, she's like, "Oh, by the way, now normally I'm not this type of person, but I don't really have anyone else I can kind of ask for this at the moment, and having myself granted you a bit of a service, I was wondering if it was too much trouble, if it would perhaps you'd be able to return the favor in kind, if this would be possible."
I suppose you've done me a great deal. That would depend on what it is.
Well, my dear, we have a few, I call them arcanic projects across the lands, out in the wild folk parts of Asgard, and one in particular hasn't responded in a few weeks, and quite frankly, I'm getting a little bit worried. We don't really have anybody else to kind of send off and check on them. This location was led by Professor Fôlkvangr, here from the Academy of Arcana, doing research on sentient magic, various projects and incantations and rituals to try to triple our efforts here at the Academy of Arcana, try to find ways that we could advance and quicken our research studies. But like I said, I have not heard from the professor for quite some time, and Well, the wild folk and the Asgardians don't really get along that well. We do have a teleportation circle installed near this location, so it wouldn't be that hard for you to get to either. Should you be interested. I imagine coming from the material plane from Midgard that your means of monetary value probably are a little bit waning, I would say.
In the terms of the gold you would accept, I'm sure.
Well, I could, call in a favor from the Department of Treasury to try to exchange your goods and then some to help you gain a bit of a financial foothold in the Golden Kingdom for your services, of course.
Well, I'm gonna look over to Sir Strange. He's still with me. You want to go on a field trip?
You know what? Sure.
Well, you've heard my companion. We'd be more than happy to.
Splendid! It shouldn't be no problem at all. Might you be able to probably complete this way before the funeral arrangements are about to begin tonight, as I expect you will be there with all of the various leaders of the land, I'm sure.
We will. I'll need some time to retrieve a couple of individuals who left at home as well. So, if
Yes,
we
yes,
don't
of
want it
course.
Done in time. I see no problem with us going and checking on it.
Splendid. Strength in numbers, I say. Yes.
Excuse me. Other than the friends that we have back at our residence, there is a fellow I'm looking for. He's about, Sir Strange gets a little bit low, yay tall. Looks a bit disheveled and lost. Goes by the name of Sugar Bear. Have you
Gives a thumbs up.
seen him around?
Sugar Bear.
Yes.
He's a goblin.
A goblin. Oh, I see. Was it brought back from Midgard, I take it?
As far as we're aware.
Fortunately, I don't get outside of the academy that often. I haven't seen any random wild goblins trotting about, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
If you do happen to see one, let him know that his friends are looking for him.
I can definitely put an eye out for some of the local sentries and guards to keep an eye out for such an individual for you.
If he doesn't know friend, if he kind of seems confused, say employer. They might get that one a little better. So,
Lawyer.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Happy to do so.
So which way are we going to get there?
To get there. Oh, we have a teleportation circle not that far from the grounds here. If you wanted to go and collect your friends, you can meet back here at the front gate here, and we're happy to escort you to one of our teleportation circles to connect you to the journey.
Great. Can you remind me what the professor's name was again? I want to make sure I...
Oh, yes, of course. It was Professor Fôlkvangr. Or Fôlkvangr.
Perfect. Thank you.
No problem, my dear. You have yourself a good day, and we'll see you very soon. Come forth with the skiff, please. And you see the two guards that had escorted you here on that sort of mechanical land speeder skiff kind of drive it over. Come out to the front. Free for you to get on and make your way back to the lakeside house if you like.
Sir Strange, is there anything you wanted to do before we return?
Well, I would have wanted to wander around quite a bit, and we did sort of leave Fiend about. I'm not sure where he is, and, I wouldn't want to leave anybody behind.
So you want to go explore for a moment then?
Just for a moment. And besides, I don't think if we're going to ever get a moment like this again. So,
Sure.
might as well take it in stride, right? Besides, Sugar Bear might be around here somewhere, and, don't want to leave him either. Do you think he got eaten?
Is there things here that would eat him?
And the guard who's just kind of at the control panel at the front and on the back. Not within the city walls.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Okay.
So, Sir Strange, I do owe you one since you've helped me a great deal. Where would you like to go?
With my extensive Asgardian knowledge, and my tiny walnut brain. What's nearby?
So the Academy of Arcana, as far as like the downtown hub of the city is concerned, like the castle is kind of like in the middle of the inside the keep walls, the city walls. The Academy of Arcana is kind of a couple miles behind the castle, so it's kind of like on the outskirts at the end. So you kind of pour into the city from where you are. These drivers will take you pretty much wherever you want to go. So if you want to go to the streets, walk around the town area, hit up taverns, shops, wherever you want to go, it will take you there.
Let's go to the shop area.
Shopping district. All right, sounds good. Hang on. And as he kind of pulls.
So Strange automatically out of instinct.
Farrell just puts a hand on the railing.
From the last time Farrell drove a skiff and nearly wiped out 2 players going
Worth it.
full speed.
Worth it.
It goes into
It was about
turn.
2
Was that?
athletic checks away from being Farrell's sister.
Hey, Jared, shut up.
Rip.
Sick burn. As the skiff kind of peters out and turns off into the downtown sector, we are going to transition over to the lake house. So as we kind of switch scenes for a bit, hanging over to your newfound residence where Ramira, Tarek, and Toon and Julistana currently are chilling, as last session as Fiend and Feral and Sir Strange kind of left to explore the city and do various meetings. The 3 of them deciding to kind of chill out at the lakeside residence for a while. So what are y'all up to?
Toon would be watering the garden.
And I think Ramira's just kind of sitting on the edge of the dock with her feet dangling above the water, just kind of hanging out, taking in the sights.
Okay.
Yeah. Tarek will kind of go to the 2 of them individually and have a chat with both of them. Probably go to Toon first. Just be like, Toon,
Ah, Tarek.
how are you?
I'm doing quite well, I have to say. After our tribulations back on Midgard, this is so surreal feeling, like a pleasant dream. I know I have grounds to worry, but I can't find the will to in my heart. How are you, my friend?
Better. Definitely. I was confused for a while. Not sure what path I was on, what I truly wanted. But then, yesterday, during our battle, I saw something. I mentioned it briefly yesterday, but I saw when Fiend's spell went off and sent some of us back to the material plane. I wasn't sure where I had been sent at first. But after looking into it further and with some help from Odin, I realized it was home. A place that I didn't even know existed.
I'm happy for you, Tarek. I know that there was a parting of ways between you and Feral, and, well, you were trying to walk down 2 roads at once before. You must have felt torn between the 2. That sort of heartache is agonizing. Not something that I would wish upon my most hated enemy. But alone, and on this new path, you're doing it for yourself. That is a good thing.
Perhaps. I spend a lot of my time trying to think about others rather than worrying about myself. As long as I'm still breathing, that's all that matters. As long as I can still protect those that I care about, that's the most important thing. At least to me. And that includes all of you. So.
I am glad to call you my friend. But take care of yourself. You're not of use to any others if you burn yourself out, only trying to fix their problems, and you don't address your own. Here, drink this. And he's gonna give you the first sampler that he's got of the moonshine that he hasn't turned into gin yet.
Yes.
He'll just take it, unsure what it is, and just be like, thank you. I'm intrigued. What did you see when you were sent back to the material plane? We'll kind of just take a sip.
It tastes like just grain alcohol. It's like 70% alcohol.
Roll a Constitution check.
Oh,
30% water.
Oh no. Oh, that's not great. Character sheet.
It's one of those Princess Diaries style things where you drink it and then you're like,
Oh, con save. That's fine. That's an 18.
Oh.
It's like old school mouthwash.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you drink it. It's basically grain alcohol. It's like you when you breathe in after you dip it down, like the vapors of the alcohol like careen down your throat and makes it feel sharp.
Yeah.
And cold almost. You just feel like a little bit like you just feel this hot sensation as it goes down your gullet into your gut, but you're like, nice.
I saw my tribe and my mother taking care of some of the children there, teaching them much as she taught me. And, well, I'd always known they were doing well. That was always what was in the back of my mind. Every action I took was to uphold that peace. But seeing it again, when I've told you this whole experience has been rather dreamlike, that was one of the highlights of that. And he takes the alcohol back from you and smells it himself, and he's like, this might need to be watered down. And
just a little bit.
I'll infuse it with juniper, maybe some wormwood. We'll see.
Right.
You'll be my guinea pig when I have to try it again.
Ha.
Toon needs your help because he can't actually be affected by alcohol because it's technically a poison.
Let's fiend when I need him.
I feel a slight tingling in my fingertips.
Oh no.
Oh god, I just found out I have a cut on the inside of my mouth.
No. Your people must be very proud of you for the things that you have done.
Oh, they might be. I'm not sure how much they know, if we're being completely truthful. I hope the best for them. But I wandered away from the tribe. I was a broken man, and I needed to set out on my own path. Much as you are now. And well, where my path led me, I hope that you find that equivalent.
I hope so too.
And he smiles and he nods, and he's going to go back to just watering all the plants in the garden. Milling about.
Yeah. As you kind of do that, Tarek will kind of take a second and be like, have you reconsidered your decision?
I have. With Ramira's branding, it does not seem pertinent for me to leave you. And now that I've spoken to Odin, well, he's willing to bring my people to Asgard, where they will be far safer than they were. So.
I see. You know that the relationship between your people and the Asgardians is a strong one.
Ancient and strong. Yes. Like old roots beneath an oak. And I want to see them safe. A tribe are like my extended family, but coming to learn that you, the Frostbreakers, are more immediate than that. And so, seeing to Ramira's well-being is of the utmost importance.
Absolutely. We will not rest until she is safe.
No.
Meanwhile, she's playing elevator music in her head while she kicks her little feet by the water. She's like, la, la, la.
She is not safe. La, la, la.
Discount Harry Potter splashing on the dock.
Yo, why it gotta be discount? It could be brand name. You don't know?
Yeah. Yeah. Tarek will just give you a nod and say, I will see you soon. There are a few other things I need to attend to.
Of course, Tarek.
And he'll make his way over to Ramira.
Cue the kicking of the feet in the water on the end of the dock.
He'll as he kind of approaches, he'll kind of make his presence known, just like, trying to find, the squeakiest bit of wood he can to kind of step on the dog, just so you're aware that he's there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she has a decent passive perception, so she would probably hear you coming up. But she doesn't turn around. Hi, Tarek.
Hello, Ramira.
Want to sit?
Yes, that'd be quite nice. And he will come and kind of sit next to her, and will kind of dip his feet in the water as well. He'll take his shoes off, but
He puts full boots right in that bad boy.
Splash.
Splash. No, he'll take his boots off and then kind of just dip his feet in the water and kind of just sit with her for a moment. Be like, "How are you feeling after everything recently?"
Oh, fine. I'm a little tired, but it's nice to just sit around.
Definitely, it's nice to take a break from all the excitement.
Yes, I didn't know how long it would be until we had a place to rest for real, since Wagon's community.
Yes. Feels like forever ago.
It does, doesn't it?
Feels like we've all known each other a lot longer than we have.
Yeah, I think when you fight what we fight and see what we see, you kind of have to.
Very true. Speaking of things that we've seen, what did you see yesterday when you were affected by Fiend's spell? You don't have to tell me if that's not something you want to share, but I was curious. I asked doing the same thing.
I saw my home. And I saw my papa and all my siblings and my mom. Although I don't necessarily call her mom, I'll be honest with you. They adopted me, and it's not that we're not close like that. It's just, I don't know, mom never really kind of felt right. But oh my gosh, I'm trying to find her name because I totally forgot it, and I'm trying to figure it out. Give me a second.
This person is super close to me. I've known.
My mom. She essentially raised me.
Tell me your backstory. Without telling me your backstory has to come.
I gotta go through my 18 pages of backstory.
What?
Yeah. Yeah. So my papa, and then Raza, which is his wife, and their 3 kids. Took me in, and I saw them. Although all of my siblings are much bigger now.
Oh, really?
It's been a while since I've seen them.
Well, I'm glad you're able to see that.
Me too. I got kind of an earful when they saw that I was kind of hovering around. It's been a while since I've been able to say anything. So,
I'm glad you're able to see them. Must have been, been a while since you've been back.
Like 10 years.
Same.
So you saw your family too?
I did. I never knew them, at least from the memory that I have. But it seems that where we were all sent was considered home, even if we didn't know what it was ourselves. But I saw a home. I saw people I didn't recognize at first, but people who knew me. I spoke with my sister that I didn't know that I had. And, well, I was able to contact her again last night with the dream spell. With some help from Odin, he was able to help it work across planes. It was a good conversation. I hope to go and see them again soon, but we have some other things we need to do first.
Yeah, seems like we have a lot of things to figure out, don't we?
Yes. And he's been very much trying to either make eye contact with you or kind of look out across the water this whole time.
She doesn't make eye contact. She's like,
trying really hard not to look at where the mark would be.
Mm-hmm.
But at that point, he's kind of, there are a couple of awkward silences, and he's like, how does it feel?
I can feel you staring at me.
I'm sorry, I'm trying not to stare. I apologize. It's on my mind. I'm concerned.
And finally, she makes direct eye contact with you, and she downshifts into her changeling form.
Mm-hmm.
And her eyes are just like so dark. The whites of her eyes aren't dark. It's just like her iris and her pupil are just so dark. It's kind of disorienting. And she locks eyes with you. When you are a person like me, you always know when someone's looking at you. For better or for worse.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to stare. That was not my intention. I am concerned for your safety. Mammon is a tricksy being, and I'm sorry that you've gotten caught up in all of this. But I will help you fix this. I promise.
And you just kind of see her wringing her hands. Tarek, do you know where I was before all of this?
No. You never really told me.
Well, before Wagon's community and before the Frostbreakers, I was by myself. For a long time. For years. And I protected towns and monasteries and orphanages, and still by myself. And anytime something went wrong, I was able to take care of it. And I know that you believe in me. And she kind of looks over her shoulder towards Toon, who I assume is still milling around the garden. I know you all believe in me.
Of course.
But even if I had never met you in a million years, I was still at that party that night, all those years ago. And it wouldn't have mattered. And I will accept and appreciate your help. But just so you know, it would be better for both of us if you removed yourself from the fault of this happening. Because my paths crossed with Mammon a long time ago, and I had no inkling of who you were. And they would have crossed again.
Well, I'm glad we can, when we do go to Avernus, we'll be able to do this together.
I agree.
He's gonna be sorry he ever crossed paths with either of us.
Maybe. I don't know if somebody like him is capable of something like that.
Perhaps you're right. Greed is the only thing he knows.
There's a lot out there to be after as well.
So where do you think we will go next? Avernus or the Feywild?
Well, if I know Fiend and that look in his eye, I have a feeling we'll be going straight to the Feywilds after that bastard Reynard.
Yes.
I think,
I did.
Well, Fiend always has something up his sleeve, and I have a feeling he hasn't said everything that's happened yesterday because it's not in his nature to. You have to be direct, ask him questions. It's probably why he didn't want to talk to me last night when he magicked his way home.
Probably true. Yes, I did promise him that if it came down to a vote as to where we were going to go, I would vote in his favor as thanks for what he did yesterday.
I mean, initially we did put him in a full Nelson and slap him with a little spell and verbally abuse him to stop him from going after Reynard initially.
So I did
really
counterspell him, and we know how he feels about that.
Correct. And we did promise him the next chance we got, we'd go after him. Might as well.
Suppose if we can get it over with now, that's one less thing to worry about. We can fully focus on getting the others back. It'd be good to have some more time before we go to Avernus. I might know some people that might be able to help.
Well, that's good. I am not in the biggest rush to go to hell, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I definitely do. Neither am I, but if it means getting rid of Mammon, so be it.
Do you really get rid of a demon lord, though? It feels like maybe you shoo him away for a little while and he'll come back later.
Gods tend to be that way when it comes to their destruction. They're never really gone. Much like the Frost Maiden now. Not dead. Just gone for a while. Comes with being immortal.
One can only hope then that I don't stay immortal forever. I'd like to stay immortal sounds bad. I'm not immortal now, but sometimes it feels like it.
You have something you need to tell me, Ramira.
Do you think I would have gone down the Frost Maiden fight if I had been immortal?
You certainly helped me. You and Strange. You did a lot for us.
Curious one, aren't they?
They are. I'm curious to know more about their past. It seems they don't know too much of it themselves. I can relate to that.
Understandably so. They didn't seem too excited about either of our paths, though. Which I can't say I'd be surprised. You know, you just meet a couple people and you sacrifice your life a couple times and you say, hey, why not a third?
Yes. I'm not, whilst it would be great to stay here at this lake house for a while, I know that most likely within the next couple of days we shall be moving on. Go to the next battle, wherever that may be. Still, we'll have each other's backs.
And she's gonna lock eyes with you again. Tarek, can I tell you something?
Of course.
Even though Wagon's community was not real and honestly horrible at the end. I mean, during the 6 months that initially I was there, it was fantastic. I miss it.
You do?
It was the closest thing to normal I think I ever had. And now it's all gone.
Well, When this is all over, we'll create a new normal. No more fights, no more wars. Peace. For a while.
I don't know that I believe in peace anymore since I joined the Frostbreakers.
Ouch.
Well, you're gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong?
No, I'm not. I'm not going to
the
stand.
Frost Maiden came down in a bubble, Tarek.
Yes. Very true. Anyway. I'm sure the others will be back soon.
I hope so. Otherwise, they'll be up to trouble of some sort.
Yes. I hope that they'll be all right.
You think I could get Strange to help me double team Fiend so I can get more answers out of him? I feel like he's not saying everything.
No. Yes, I think so.
Wait, you guys are the worst. I hate you. Kevin, put your whole face away.
No, it's fine because we have clips of Kevin saying worse. It's fine.
Literally.
No, you can't escape me, motherfucker.
I hate this place.
I think the two of you would be the best to ask questions, and if you do find out more, be sure to let me know.
Yep. Alright. I can't hold this together anymore.
God damn it, guys. God damn it.
To be fair, you've had time.
And then she jumps into the water.
Oh?
Literally. She's going swimming. She don't care. About to dive in.
Have fun.
You should come in.
Maybe another time.
She spends the rest of her time swimming.
I have some other things I'd like to do, but have fun. He'll get up and just make his way back into the house.
After Ramira splashes into the lakeside water, Tarek walking back inside, we now transition over to Mr. Fiend.
Ooh.
So, walking through, you just saw Farrell and Sir Strange kind of leave your vicinity in the skiff as they go around the enormous golden castle that's in front of you as they kind of skirt around towards the Academy of Arcana to do their business. But here, Mr. Fiend, you start to go up those oh-so-familiar golden steps that you've been into quite a few times now, as the standing guards with their massive spears in hand just kind of give you a nod as you develop this rapport with some of the inner workings of the staff in the kingdom at this point. So they don't stop you as many times as they used to. They know your face. They know why you're here. You kind of go through the front entrance, up the various stairs, past the certain hallways. Again, the stained glass windows on either side, the various portraits of kings and queens of old from Asgard, as you slowly approach the elaborate giant doors that lead into Odin's throne room. And as you're about to kind of go up and reach your hand over to the handle, you hear this loud roar and smash as Odin's kind of personal assistant that's led you into the throne room so many times kind of comes out through the doors and slams it behind him.
What did you do?
What did I did nothing, sir. He's just having one of those days, okay? With a big events coming. His son has passed away. I don't know if you noticed. It doesn't put him in the best mood.
Well, he hasn't necessarily been in the worst mood of late.
You haven't been here very long, my friend. He has days, and right now this is one of them.
Fantastic. Wonderful.
Are you going in to go see His Majesty then?
Yes, why not? Dealt with death before.
Can't say that your timing is great, but fair enough. Just 1 second. And he kind of just takes a deep breath and forces the door, shuts it. And through the ivory doors, you just hear a bunch of... I wanted to be alone. You hear like various things being chucked around and furniture and whatever he's throwing back there. Gotta wait a minute. Fucking back in here. You kind of hear this assistant, hair disheveled, his robes kind of like long draping robes are kind of flapped over his shoulder. He'll see you now. Doesn't have much time, so make it brief.
Of course. Absolutely.
I'm just gonna wait out here for a minute. And he kind of like takes a couple steps and sits over by the various or chairs and couches that are in this foyer area, and he just kind of, oh, God, just like muttering to himself. It looks like he's had a very long day. But you enter into Odin's throne room, and you see kind of various furniture chucked against the wall, wooden pegs and armchairs just kind of scattered and smashed all over the place as you see him kind of ascending the stairway up to his throne. Yes, Mr. Fiend, what is it?
It can absolutely wait, Your Majesty. Your assistant shuffled me in here. I don't want to disturb you, but he insisted.
Yes, well, you're here now, aren't you? So you might as well get on with it. And he kind of gets up to the top of his massive throne and just turns around with his robes and armor, eye patch kind of gleaming in the sunlight that's coming through the stained glass window, looking at you.
Yes, well, I have been to the Great Prison, as you've recommended, Your Majesty.
Yes.
I am a bit confused on what I found.
What did you find, Shadow One?
I found Loki.
Yes, he is there.
Now, I imagine, all-knowing one, that you knew that he had created the Syndicate, the Skeleton Key, Syndicate, many years ago. And I imagine you sent me there to meet him, yet the guards did not seem to have that into their purview.
It was a task that they did not need to know.
Fair. What was it you hoped for me to gain from Loki? He is such a dangerous man. Many steps were taken in order to make sure I could speak to him.
Yes, well, Loki is a mischievous one, and me withholding information from the gods is for their safety and yours. That creature, that son of mine, if you can call him that.
I'm sorry. Is your son?
Of sorts, yes.
Would you have him in prison?
Yes, he finds his way there from time to time. We've doubled our efforts to contain him, and so far this one's lasted the longest.
Your Grace. He is my patron, apparently.
You'll find many of them up here.
Yes. I wish to be able to meet with him more.
Oh, you say? Did you have a conversation?
I did.
What, pray tell, did he say?
Well, that he created what saved me. He created the very syndicate that I call home.
Yes, that boy has made a lot of things over the years. That one was particularly his favorite.
It puts a strain on me to know that he is clearly not good or trustworthy, but I do owe him, for he is technically my boss.
Is he now?
He is our syndicate's patron.
you would do his bidding then?
O great wise one, you know me. I am but a shadow being. Mischief is in my nature.
So they say. But I'm more interested in what he said to you particularly. What conversation did you have? What words did he speak?
He spoke of Reynard, the tricky fox of the Fae.
Yes.
He spoke of personal endeavors that he's taken. He's asked to see me more. And I do not believe. I believe, I should say, that he would like me to free him.
I'm sure he would. You're not the first to walk into his little webbing, like flies dangling around his words until he's ready to feed. He will do anything to try to escape that one.
I wish, however, to come up with an idea, plan, if you will, with you. Have you heard, you know of a hexblade, the type of warlock, yes?
Familiar with these packs?
Some of them create packs with weapons, objects that have had great beings' souls entrapped inside them. Is that not something we can do to Loki?
Explain.
Would it not be a better prison than to make sure he can't hurt anybody ever again? Put him inside an object with a guard, if you will. That way I can get all of the knowledge that I ever seek from him, and you don't have to worry about him making a mess.
So you are suggesting that the Asgardian people tried to transfer Loki's body and essence into a weapon, an item, that would then belong to you.
Yes.
For you to glean information and to have his influence unchecked, unbound, and fully free to implement whatever he desired. Is this what I am hearing?
It's more of a rough draft of the plan, but at this stage, you have it all.
Starts to stand up. Coming down from the steps, heavy footfalls, hitting the tiled floor. Starts to come close to you. Gets probably right about here. Massive, very muscular, tall frame.
I just kneel.
No.
Very well.
That being is far too dangerous to go through any kind of ritual of that ilk. You did Asgard a great service, Shadow One. You vanquished a lesser god in the name of our people, defending Midgard. In service of this, I gave you something you were looking for, a doorway into your past, a way to better understand where you came from and how your home was created. And I have given you that. Now, should you keep wanting to be in service of the kingdom, be in service of Asgard. I am confident in the confines that we have for Loki, and if you wish to learn more about your history, multiple arrangements could be made. But freeing that thing, transferring him into any kind of tool or weapon, for anyone's benefit, that will not end well. Most
You know all.
for you.
I appreciate your concern, Your Majesty. And thank you for your hospitality.
Now, turns around, robes and capes almost gently tap you on the side as they kind of hit you as he turns. How are the other Frostbreakers faring?
They couldn't be happier.
Have you been taking part in the events in the city?
I'm sure two of them, Farrell and Sir Strange, are having a blast right about now. Do you know of a place that I may go that crafts exceptional magic items, Your Grace? Some place that even you would allow?
Well, here in the city of Asgard, we have many fine shops and wares all over the city. But if a smithy is what you're looking for, on the more pricier side, I take it. I myself have my own people to make weapons for myself. I would not need to go to such wares. Would your interest be more in the arcane or more in the melee variety?
The arcane.
I see. Seek. And as I'm looking through my notes, sorry, John, I'm trying to find this particular.
You're all good.
Where is it?
There's someone from off screen just whispering Odin's line to him.
It's the PA. That's why the PA is actually this time. That new PA is my favorite NPC.
Right.
I want Sugar Bear to show up in the hallway and just go comfort this PA. Like, it's okay. I know. I get how hard this is.
Seek out the less franchised part of town. There's a place that is housed within an old building. Looking at the structure, it might seem it might fall down at any moment, but there is a particular warlock who runs this establishment called the Wild Dreams. There you might be able to find something of particular ilk.
Thank you very much. I should leave you to your preparation should I wake up the assistant outside on the bench.
No worries. As soon as you leave, he'll be back. I have many things to attend to. The wild folk from all over the land are attending the Fall's funeral tonight, as they are inside the city walls, and let's just say our people and the wild folk are a bit unruly relationship as it is. I have to meet with their leaders later. There's a race to attend to. Many things, many things. I'll speak with you later, Shadow One.
Thank you. No great one. I take my leave.
You may come back! As he just shouts out as you kind of open the two ivory doors, and the sort of his assistant's just kind of on the couch with his elbows on his legs, just yeah, all finished there?
Well, it seems to be in a great mood to me.
We'll see about this. Okay. And he kind of just gets up, and before he goes to the door.
You got this.
Takes a deep breath and enters in the doors again.
I will go attempt to walk to find a skiff somewhere that will take me to the less franchised part of town.
Okay. So, after that, we will transition over to Farrell and Sir Strange, who are currently walking through the downtown district of Asgard. So as you're kind of perusing around the city, it's very, very lively. There's a lot of mixture of types of various people. You see typical Asgardians of that kind of ilk and make. You also notice a lot of various sort of types of humans that you've never, or essentially Asgardians, that look a bit more rough around the edges, let's say. That wearing various adornments and tunics of various colorations, various sort of makeup styles on their faces, a lot more barbaric and wildlike than the people who live inside the city. Kind of scattered all over the place, and you see various sort of parades and children holding lightning bolts on sticks, and people wearing kind of different paper mache ilks of Thor's helmet with the wings that come to the side and the metal coming down by the chin. It's just a very happy festive time. But as you go through the streets, you're seeing all types of shops, magic item stores, stables, tinker stores, what else? Armor stores, pretty much everything you could try to look into, you're seeing. There's everything at your fingertips down here.
Sir Strange, was there something in particular you were looking for?
Well, does everyone have funeral clothes?
You know, I'm sure Fiend does.
I think he's gonna wear a majestic robe or something.
Fiend is gonna look phenomenal, I'm sure.
Of course.
He always does.
Well, in all honesty, I just really wanted to walk around, and I don't think it would be appropriate for me to show up at the funeral with an apron.
She'll kind of look at you up and down. I mean, I think you look great, but I understand the sentiment.
And, are we gonna look around? Is there Kevin, with my Asgardian knowledge, is there a clothing store? Do we got a Forever 21 but Asgardian theme?
Is that Forever Asgardian?
Is there a Hot Topic?
There's a Hot Topic. Farrell will be there.
Yeah, make a history check really quick. Just see if you can remember what kind of clothing shops are around here.
Asgardian equivalent of Hot Topic.
A 9.
We go to Goodwill.
Roll a d4 for me.
Oh God.
Hold on. I'm gay, I can't count. Hold on.
I'm gay, I can't count.
1 second.
I'm a gay D.
Put a 9. Put a 9 anywhere.
I got a 3. Yeah, I did.
3. For you haven't needed to shop for clothes that often. You're usually in your normal sort of shopkeep wares, or the paladin armor that you wear so affectionately. So you haven't had to really dig around for clothing shops that often, but there was one in particular that you remember just passing by. The name just kind of stuck with you, called Red's Threads, owned by just a local commoner, local older Asgardian tailor. Has a shop run by himself and his 3 daughters. And he's got big, bushy, curled out red hair, huge, bushy red beard that's just all over the place, kind of like Hagrid looking dude. Just huge, big, thick, tall. And that's not far from where you are currently, so that kind of comes to mind.
What was it called? Red's Threads?
Red's Threads.
So Strange just thinks for a moment. Well, there's this place that I recall called Red's Threads. Very lovely place. And the only place that my brain can come up with at this point in time, I say that we go there, unless you would like to check somewhere else. I mean, it's the big place, and you know.
I'm just fine with that.
Okay.
If you say so, we'll go.
All right. Oh, this is a bad thing. You're letting me go around. Oh, this is going to be bad for both of us. But you know what? Where's the sense of adventure? And
I know nothing but...
Yeah, it's fine. And then they'll wander off to try and find this place. I'm dawdling.
You're dawdling. Farrell's walking. Why are you dawdling?
All right, so you're kind of wandering around. Make perception checks for both of you to see if you can notice any signage or.
That's okay. Farrell's perception is good.
Oh. What'd you get?
Hold on, I haven't rolled. I had to get dice. I got a 22.
I got a dirty 20.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you've got a good inkling on where it is. You remember that this. It's a pretty shoddy, run-down looking storefront. It's on the outskirts of the city. And as you kind of like take a few minutes to kind of make your way out there, probably takes a good like 20 minutes or so to get out to the outskirts part of town. But you slowly start to see it come into view with this big sort of redwood sign that says Red Threads on it. The storefront itself looks a bit run down, looks a little older, doesn't look like it's been kept very well. Doesn't look like much, but it is home to Red. And you kind of see through the windows, you see his three beautiful daughters kind of going back to and fro, setting up some of them in the like inside the storefront, sewing up garments and things like that. Doesn't appear to be anyone inside at the moment, but you do see three guards sort of standing in front, not as impressive as the royal guards, let's say, but just sort of like town guards. They're there to just make sure like the stores are kept safe and everyone's, in work and order.
Is the place so strange?
From what I remember, it is. Do you think we could get stuff for the rest of the group as well? I know that Mr. Fiend is well accounted for with his
suits,
drip,
his impeccable style.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Do you think they'll have something for Toon? Well, let's see if we have something for Toon here. I'm not sure. I mean, do you think he can like shapeshift into something small? We'll figure it out. And
we'll figure it out.
You notice that Sir Strange is a little bit more timid than usual. So Sir Strange walks inside.
She'll follow.
So as you go
in, the guards still a little wary of everything in Asgard, just because. But...
Yeah, they're standing there. There's kind of they're all wearing like a very similar uniform, kind of like a golden kind of breastplate, bit of a battle skirt, golden shin armor, forearm armor, helmet that kind of comes down, sort of opens up the face but blocks the side of their cheekbones. And they have some short swords on the side. They're just kind of standing there, just like looking around. As you approach, they're not like in your way. They're just kind of on the outside, just like stand there and just kind of nod to you as you walk through the doors. Open up the front door, ding-a-ling-ling-ling, little bell rings as you walk in. And again, you see three various women. All look very similar, all with long, flowing, curly red hair, all in various styles. Some in like a ponytail, one that's just kind of like more of an afro that's kind of just out, like bouncing about. Another one that's kind of dreaded and messy and is just kind of like all over the place. Like a few dreads are coming down here, one on the side here. Another one kind of comes out like a side ponytail up there, and it's just very wild looking. You look around, there's various shelves with various material and types of clothing, and all the clothing in here look very Nordic, very traditional. Let me just find my imaging. Yeah, so they're all very Icelandic inspired. So a lot of tunics, a lot of furs, a lot of hand wraps, various sort of necklaces, skulls, leather straps. You see dresses, cloaks, various colorations, boots with kind of fur at the top of the trim, all kind of adorned in various colorations and ruins of Asgardian language all over them. There are some dresses available too. There are some gowns in kind of a green coloration that kind of leave the neckline and the shoulders open, that cover like the entire arm and body, and the gown just kind of goes down all the way to down to the floor. And the three women kind of notice you approach, and one of them goes, "Oh, hello, good day. How are you doing today? Good to see you. Good to see you. Please come in. Come on, sisters. Wake up. We got customers. Go on. Get up. Get up. Hello. How are you doing today?"
I remember why I like it here. Well, I'm here to acquire some clothing for the funeral that's to take place.
Yes. Those funerals. A very big day for everyone in the city today.
It is, and I want to make sure that my friends and I are dressed respectable in accordance to the funeral. I was wondering if you had some things we could take a look at.
Oh, yes, of course. Well, we usually deal in more traditional wares, more inspired by the wild folk. As you can see, probably notice inside the city, there's a lot of wild folk going around. So I'm Brenna. That's my name. This is Brianna, and that's Brenda.
Brenna, Brianna, Brenda.
Yep, that's right.
All right, I'll remember that. No, I won't. But I will certainly try.
There's no problem. If you need anything, just look around. There's lots of different styles that we got. My sisters and I are happy to help you with whatever you need. Just take your time. No rush. But if you need us, we'll be right here. We're just fixing up some things for the funeral today for some other people.
Question: Where is I know that the father owns this
Red.
establishment. Red.
Red.
Where is Red by chance?
Father's in the back. Is just working on some special garments for tonight. Did you want to come see him?
No, just want to make sure. Just wanted to see, with everything going on. Just wanted to see if he was around. But we'll take a look at what we have here for now and see.
Okay, no problem. Take your time. And then her sisters and her just kind of go back to like sort of mending and putting things back on shelves. As far as outfits, I'll send you some images in the Discord.
Okay. Farrell's going to lean over the Sir Strange. So you have a type?
No, that's not what I meant. I meant more of the energy, the vibe, the atmosphere.
Right.
No. I don't do that sort of thing. I don't think I'm capable of that, to be honest.
Capable of what?
Liking people more than just a friend.
Why?
Is that what you were implying? Okay,
yes,
I might be getting.
No, that was
reason.
Okay. I was just a little curious. That's all.
I mean, I certainly don't have the type of affections that you hold over to.
Mm-hmm. She just moves past that. Mm-hmm. Right. Ooh.
I'm sorry.
For what?
Bringing that up. I'm not very good when it comes to the topic of that, at least.
I'm honestly a little surprised at you. I feel I owe you a minor apology then. I thought your feelings for Amir were similar to that. I apologize for presuming.
Oh. Well, it's not quite like that. Ramir and I are very similar. Saying that it is something like that sort of dangerous. For people like me, at least. Can I ask a weird question?
I would honestly be surprised if you didn't.
As they're talking, Sir Strange just like sifting through the
Yeah, they're
clothes,
like sifting through clothes. I guess this is happening. Kind of pulling things out occasionally, but like, no, putting it back. Go ahead.
I am interested in Ramira in a way of I wonder how she'll end up. We are very similar. She is strong. She's resilient. And oftentimes, she is overlooked. And being alone isn't something that's new to her. Well, to me at least. But anyways, no, I don't really see her in that way, at least right now.
I'm not going to press you for further answers.
Sir Strange picks out like an outfit, just trying to remember, like I'm like thinking about Tarek, like
his favorite colors are bluish, purples, and golds.
Okay. All right. So sifting through. Did I ever tell you what Odin showed me?
No. I figured you'd tell me when you were ready. Or any of us.
My memories are fuzzy. But there are a lot of things that I know and I don't know. But, the reason why I asked you to summon that sort of creature, I know that I'm Fey-touched, which means at some point or some time in my bloodline, either I had a direct descendant to a Fey or a deal was made with a Fey. Knowing my personality and my family, probably a deal. But we've been proven to be dumber than that. I know that what's in my blood has a lot to do with what happened when I was previously in Asgard. And when it comes down to the Fae and who I am, what I am, I don't want to hurt any of you. I'd ask. Well, you're the first person that came up to mind. If anything happens, if we somehow go to the Feywild and I falter, and I change, and I turn against you in any way, kill me.
She'll put down and fold the item of clothing that she's holding and turn to you. Done. But I accept the same. That if you ever have to end me, you will, because I cannot trust Tarek or Ramira or Toon or Fiend to do it.
I would do so without hesitation and with respect.
I would take it as an insult if you didn't. And there's something I take very seriously. And she'll put up a pinky. You promise me you'll kill me if you have to.
Only because you agreed to do the same.
Without falter.
Without falter.
hook pinkies with him as soon as he does it.
Anyways, what's the sizing for two? I call out to this is. Do you have a big and tall section?
Well, our father, he can pretty much just, size things for whatever you want. He's a pretty big guy too, so, he's able to tailor it up to whatever you need. He's size specific.
Yeah.
I have mending too.
Okay, we'll try and get close. I also am curious if they have a Luxodon large.
Is that? How do you measure?
I don't know.
I'm also very curious. I'm going to specifically look for, just to pull like as a general thing, as Sir Strange will probably pull for the gentleman. I'm going to look for a very similar dress to the green one that you posted in the chat for Ramira, with silver threading, and a similar one for Feral. And if there's a bluish tone, I'll choose one for Feral. It's a blue first and silver. Additionally, I'll choose the same for Thayer and just a simple black shirt to throw on Salil, because he's gonna wear that goddamn coat anyways.
So all of the garments, like the dresses that are kind of like exposed neckline, long sleeves, long body down to the ankles, they're all have a similar pattern of different main base colors. But any like detail they want to put in silvering and everything, they're not on there. But you could probably ask them to do some tailoring for you for a little bit of extra price.
So for Ramira, I will ask for clouds along that neckline.
Okay.
For Feral, I'll just do moons, and for Thayer, music notes.
Okay.
For Salil, I'll just have them put like music notes along the cuffs of the sleeves.
For Salil, so you're getting Salil. What type?
Shirt, just a very simple
material. Okay. Of all the simple material shirts, just like basic like white long sleeve. There's like a black and a dark navy one. Are all made of like a fine linen. Very similar to kind of like the basic materials that they would have to make with here. Yeah. But easy enough. And are you just kind of saying like picking out the dresses and then describing these alterations?
It's just some very simple like silver threadings top to top of all of them.
Okay, so 3 dresses and a shirt.
3 dresses and a shirt for Feral, and then I'm letting Sir Strange pick out Tarek and Tunes.
Okay.
I'm so confused. Do you think Dude will be offended if I got the one with the furs because he already has fur? Sir Strange actually having an existential crisis.
Sir Strange. I'm going to take it, put it down. He's going to like whatever you choose, I promise.
Because I remember the time we went to
He's literally vegan. What are you doing?
Look. Let's not get any furs. Sir Strange. Let's not get any furs. How about, and I'll find maybe something in a green shade for Toon. It'll match his fur very well.
Okay.
He'll kind of pat you on the shoulder. It's okay.
Sir Strange actually having I'm just not used to making choices for other people nor myself, but we're not going to get into that.
Right. So like purplish gold for Tarek, and then something earth tones for Toon, maybe.
Okay.
Does that okay. Okay.
I feel a lot better. I feel like we're really bonding right now. This is a good exercise of experience. Not the fact that I helped you with your experience, but this helps.
No, this is where the bonding happens.
Absolutely.
Right.
Okay.
Feral's just sitting there like, how did I get here? What is this? But no, she'll help you pick out as much as she can.
Okay. So as you're describing the alterations to one of the 3 sisters here, so the 3 gowns. We'll just do some calculations. Shopping episode, everybody. You'll love it. So 3 for the 3 gowns, they're 15 gold each.
Okay.
So that'll be 45 gold for the gowns.
Okay.
A simple shirt, 5 gold.
Okay.
And then for the men, for the boys, you're grabbing full outfits, or are you getting just like a cloak, a shirt, like
What do you think, Sir Strange?
For those watching or listening, we put various outfits, pictures of various outfits in our Discord chats, and they're all very like Nordic inspired.
Yeah.
Various tunics with like fur outlining to the top and like various colors and different iterations. Some are more warrior focused, some are more chieftain focused, that kind of thing. Think Valhalla, Assassin's Creed, a lot of those kind of colors.
That's a very good way to put that.
Yeah. Probably things that are simple. We don't want to go. It's a funeral. You know, we're already gonna have one really fashionable person fiend. We want to make sure that the attention is on him.
We can't upstage fiend at a
No,
funeral.
we can't. He might throw me into another dimension. But yes,
We don't know anything about that.
no.
So yeah,
no,
just
not at
simple
all.
for the boys. I think.
Yeah, there are like kind of like more sorcerer looking robes here, much more traditional, like the long black.
We'll grab a cloak for fiends, like something dramatic and flowing for fiends.
Like a big droopy robe, like one that kind of
like something
like long sleeves that fall down.
Oh yeah,
There's
dramatic.
that one, the picture that I sent has like a very dark navy blue,
That's fine.
black one with like the sleeves like draped really far down. There's this
Yeah, I think that would be a good choice.
shoulder slab that kind of comes down here, points out here, and kind of curves around the chest with different metal adornments of trinkets and necklaces that kind of come off of it, with runes that come off to the side over here, embedded in the leather.
And a big fur collar.
Oh my
It
god.
does have a big fur collar that kind of comes around here, around
Yeah,
the
I think
side.
I'll see that like as we're about to grab all our stuff. Be like, that one. Sir Strange.
Yeah.
That for fiends.
Okay.
For
Yes.
I'm thinking yes.
Yes, I'm thinking yes. Yes.
All right, so that whole outfit will be 20 gold.
Yeah, that's fine.
And then you just wanted a simple outfit for Tarek.
I think we'll put gold hammers on the sleeves.
It's hammer time.
For Toon. For Strange, something simple for Toon.
So like Tarek will have like kind of a tunic that kind of is the central part, like short, but you want long sleeve that comes down to here, drapes down past the waist, kind of comes down to his knees. Bit of a belt that cinches at the waist.
Yeah, that's perfect.
For along the top. Did you want to give him boots and gloves or anything, or just like that main part?
I think just the main part should be fine.
Okay.
If they need anything later on, they can come and retrieve it themselves. But just that.
Yeah, and probably something cotton for like Toon. I just feel like something's telling me that I should get him something cotton. Yep.
As he is vegan, yes.
Yeah.
So, I think that should be good.
Yeah.
Sir Strange, what do you want for yourself?
Oh, this is the problem. You see, I'm not really good at picking things out for myself.
You know, red seems like it'd be your color.
Huh. You know what? I do quite like the color red. And I'll just, just gonna struggle. Just like, and eventually they'll find something that they'll like. And they'll just like, it's probably gonna be like a simple tunic, so Strange is not the type to be over fashionable. Because it's not armor.
So it's like a main tunic, kind of like a fur collar and another piece of cloth that kind of comes over the middle.
Something
and
like
a belt
that.
at the waist. Okay.
Yes.
Can definitely do that. All
Hey,
right.
Kevin, how much has Guardian Gold do I have?
Cause I was gonna say, as soon as I'll give Sir Strange gold in whatever total, but Sir Strange is fronting it because I don't have Asgardian gold. Unless they'll take Midgard gold.
You haven't asked.
I have not.
But so Sir Strange, as far as gold goes, because you're not really at someone with a monetary need, you kind of come up here in an in-between place. The castle's kind of been taking care of you. I'd say you probably have like 300 Asgardian gold on you currently.
Wow.
I was say Farrell's got 300 normal gold on her, so you good.
So yeah, I'll front most of it if I can.
Okay. So with all that, and then it's gonna be 50 gold for all the alterations. So you're looking at 140 Asgardian gold for all that.
Sir Strange will reach into their leather pouch and pull out their Asgardian wallet for their Asgardian gold, and they're just going to. It's clear they're not that really good with money because they're just like. But eventually they pull out.
Farrell will help as best she can without like taking over what they're doing.
Does he have an Asgardian credit card?
Oh my god.
Asgard Express.
Asgard Express. Okay. I'll like fold everything and take the packages as they're paying.
All right. So handing over the little pouch of gold. Thank you kindly. You're gonna love these. You're gonna love these outfits. I swear to God. You're gonna look so good at the funeral arrangement. All right, ladies, we got some work to do. All right, come out, and they just start like gathering all the materials, things on the shelf. It's gonna be probably around like an hour or so to the alterations, but it shouldn't take that much time. Father, do you want to come out and say hi to the lovely customers here? And you just hear this big booming voice. Yes, just 1 minute. I'll be right there.
He sounds busy.
And this very lumbering figure comes out from the back door, kind of opens up this rickety wooden door, and this huge figure bends down to get into the door frame, kind of comes out sideways as his belly kind of hits the door frame and it sticks out as he comes through. And he's like, yeah, imagine Hagrid, but with giant frizzy hair and a huge wrecked red frizzy beard, red eyebrows, the whole 9 yards, wearing like a simple tunic, got a bit of a smock on him. Hello, friends. Welcome. I hope the outfits serve you well.
How tall is he?
He's like 8 feet.
Okay.
He's a big boy.
I am 5'5" and small.
Hold on. Let me just. Wow. Yes, we love the garments, the lovely establishment you have here. It's great. Thank you.
No problem. You're gonna look so good tonight. Have you been able to see any of the Wild Folk clan out there? They've been visiting our shop to grab some more traditional clothes in the time of the festival.
They seem very busy.
I have a question about the Wild Folk. And I haven't been in Asgard long. They don't get along well with the inner city folk, huh?
No, not particularly. Ever since they defected and started their own clans outside of the city in the wilds, they prefer the older way of things, and political views and such get in the way. You know how it is.
Yeah, but they still respect enough to show up for Thor.
Thor is a warrior of the whole realm. They worship him as much as the people in the Inner Kingdom do. They come to show their respects. It's been quite some time since the Wild Folk were permitted inside the city walls, let's say. But there is the race that's going to be very, very particularly exciting to watch. The Queen of Galahorn clan is going to be attending to reclaim her title.
Race, you say?
Oh, yes. Last time the tournament happened, I think there were 7 participants riding giant toads, a nightmare.
Really?
Oh, yes, all kinds. The first time that someone from the Wild Folk actually won the damn thing, so you can imagine them all being here. She's putting up the title once more.
Can you tell me what she looks like? I want to keep an eye out for her.
Yeah, let me just bring up the picture.
And then I'm going to move over to Sir Strange. We need to go get the rest of them, because this sounds like it'll be wonderful.
Okay.
As well as we do have another mission to accomplish.
We do. Sir Strange is still like sort of out of it. Just like not in terms of money, but more of like they actually shop for other people, made choices for themselves. They're like, Okay.
Frill's giving you an encouraging thumbs up.
So you ask him, like, what does she look like? Her name is Thorin. Kind of taking after her family really enjoyed Thor's name. Her mother and father passed away some time ago out on the high seas, but kind of hard to mistake, and she has an incredibly beautiful golden mane of hair that goes down very, very long. She brandishes the colors of her clan, blood red. She brandishes a very noticeable blood red circular shield that she's quite known for using, I might say.
Well, I'll have to keep an eye out for her, thank you.
No worries. If you tend to see her, tell her we've got some Galathorn threads out in the back, you know what I'm saying? Help somebody out.
I'm sure I will.
Yep. We love and support smaller establishments, businesses.
I appreciate it, my friend. I appreciate it very, very much. Well, my daughters will be hard at work for your threads. Enjoy the festival!
Thank you. Come on, Sir Strange. Let's go look around and we can come back later.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So, as you kind of leave the tailor, I am going to quickly transition over to Mr. Fiend.
How's up?
So, Fiend, you kind of leaving the castle grounds, making your way through, again, the festival, like I described before. Lots of people around, lots of various types of Asgardians and wild folk are now in the city. Again, very easy to kind of determine who are who, as there's just a wildness to them that the Asgardians don't normally display. They're much more cleaner cut. They're all wearing more traditional clothing, again, like furs around the collars, various colors of tunics. Some of them are even wearing like traditional clan makeup. But as you're kind of going through here, you're kind of trying to make your way to that part of town. It's a bit on the poor side, let's say, not as golden as the rest of the city. So I'm gonna have you make a, let's say, survival check to see how you can kind of traverse through the downtown area to find this place.
Not bad. I'm not good at that. That is just a raw 18.
Raw 18. Okay.
Get distracted a few times.
I'm just looking up something. Okay, so yeah, so you make your way through the downtown area. And again, you haven't really spent much time going around the city, so you kind of are perusing around, visiting certain shops, just kind of like going through one side street to the next. Maybe you stop to ask directions from a couple of local villagers. They're like, "Oh, this magic shop, have you heard it?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, like you want to go a few blocks that way, turn left, turn right." Again, various parades and musical adornment are kind of going through town. But eventually, you make your way to, just gotta bring it up. So the Wildest Dreams magic shop.
Right.
So it's housed in this, and again, as you're kind of getting out of the city, the music and the liveliness and the very clean nature of the downtown city start to dissipate a bit as the sound of the festival becomes quieter and quieter as you're leaving all of that hustle and bustle into a much more quieter part of town. You notice the people kind of keeping to themselves. They don't feel as lively as the very people you've kind of gone to the town before. And making your way down a few main strips, people just kind of like looking at you a little weary. They clearly notice you're not Asgardian or anything. But you look around and eventually see a sign that says Wildest Dreams, kind of etched in a very dark wood mahogany with kind of white letter. Beautiful puppy. And you see that it's housed in a very old building. Kind of imagine like an old 1950s bookshop, in old New York. Very timeless, a bit ragged down. Not so much like the tailor shop where that just looked like very unkept and needed lots of repairs. This just looks like this has been here a long time. And looking at the structure, you even think that it might fall down at any moment. It's that old looking.
Right.
But it also has one guard that's kind of at the front part of the stoop, but he's just kind of on a chair asleep. His short sword just on the ground, is just not even paying attention. You can hear him kind of snoring as you walk past him. But yeah, so you go through to the door, kind of put your hand on the handle. The handle comes off. You just see a hole that's between the door, kind of.
Just poke the door open.
Yeah. Opens up. You look inside. There's just a desk, little quill and ink, various items locked away in glass cases, both on the sides, various shelves that have glass containing various items. You can make out scrolls, stones, potion bottles, armor, crossbows, cloaks, bracers, lots of trinkets and things in here.
Anyone in sight?
Not at the moment.
Mr. Fiend just takes his cane and taps it on the counter. Anyone here?
Hold on. I'm coming. You hear some rumbling in the back, and behind that desk, there's just a bunch of beads that are just kind of draped down behind it. And this very frail old man makes his way out, balding, has kind of the horseshoe hairstyle, but one side of the horseshoe is long gray hair that's kind of scraggly and thin off to the side, short on this side. And he's wearing kind of darker robes, or more of an auburn style. They look more like a sleeping robe, like it's out of a softer material. And he's kind of tying up a rope as he comes out. You can see he's wearing the equivalent of flip-flops on his feet as he just kind of shuffles out. And he's very pale, thin, fairly short, has kind of a crooked nose, with a white nose hair that's kind of poking out at the side. Teeth are a little bit crooked, skin's kind of frail and cracked. Small little eyes, pointy ears that come out from either side. Yeah. Hello?
Hello. Sorry if I woke you.
That's totally fine. Sorry. So hold on. Looks into his robes and has these giant kind of bifocals that he takes out, except one is a huge circle and one is a long rectangle with two various colorations. One being red, one being blue. That's better. That's a bit better.
This man just busted out 3D glasses from 1990.
And he puts them on, a little bit of a sparkle kind of adorns kind of the corners and the circular out frames of it. Oh, that's much better. And he kind of reaches down, his old crooked cane, with a crystal at the top of it. What can I do for you, my old man?
Yes, I was looking for powerful arcane artifacts. Odin himself sent me to this shop.
Oh, the king himself sent you.
He said outside of his own people who make his items for him, I should come here.
Oh, he did have a hand in enchanting his spear, so I guess he kind of owes me one a little bit. Nice to see him sending me some customers every now and again. There's not many people come out this way. But arcane artifacts, I'm not really sure what you mean. Just any artifact in particular?
Yeah. There are a couple items that I'm looking for. I'm not sure if you'd have them. Rod of Absorption, Ring of Spell Storing, these kind of things.
Oh, you want the heavy-duty stuff.
Yes. For what the king sends me on, I need to be prepared.
Okay. Let me see. He's just kind of like sitting there, just like thinking for a while, and you see that the glasses themselves, you can kind of make out faint pictures appearing in them, almost like it's like a Rolodex of his wares are currently going through his glasses.
That's cool as shit.
Kind of like mentally like see what he has in the back. Let's see, rods. Let's see, a wand of binding. A rod of alertness. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's see, rods. Wand of secrets?
No.
I wouldn't say that either. Rods.
Can't be very reliable. There are no such thing as secrets.
That's true. Nothing in the way of rods at the moment. If you want more of the more pricier things, this Sword of Answering, a few pretty pricey spell scrolls, Ring of Air Elemental Command, that's pretty good. Staff of Fire. Sullivan glue, and that thing can get pretty dicey sometimes.
What was that?
Sullivan glue.
What does that do? What does that do?
So Sovereign glue, let me just bring it up here. So Sovereign glue is a milky white substance. It can form a permanent adhesive bond between any two objects. It's got to be stored in a jar or flask. It has been coated inside with oil of slipperiness. So once, 1 ounce of the glue can cover 1 foot square surface. The glue takes 1 minute to set. Once it is done so, the bond it creates can be broken only by the application of universal solvent or oil of etherealness, or with a wish spell.
So this is a really expensive prank.
This is a really expensive glue, yes. But like is fairly unbreakable except for these items that you use to break it.
And do you have said items that allow you to break this glue?
Yes, of course. I think we got the universal solvent on hand as well.
What would both of these together be?
Oh, let's see. The solvent glue, it's gonna put you around 50,000 Guardian gold. And
my God.
The universal solvent is not that bad. It's only 40,000. That's guardian gold. So you got a little of a discount there.
I suppose that you wouldn't really need to undo what you've done. Mr. Fiend kind of like hops up on the counter and like kicks his leg over and just like sits down on the counter looking down at the guy. And he begins to kind of just like, pat the dude's head and just goes, what would you give like Thor if he were to come in here looking for an expensive item?
Sure.
Right, if he needed something to give him an edge.
Oh, well. God.
Or maybe Thor's friends or warriors of his.
Rest his soul in Valhalla.
Right.
If he were to appear from the dead, I mean, I'd probably give him whatever I wanted. I mean, sure.
Yes, of course. So, you just said you had a hand in making Gungnir, Odin's staff?
No, not Moldir. No, that was made out of the heart of a dying star. That was made by some powerful dwarves.
No, you short person, Gungnir, the spear that Odin holds.
That's correct, yeah. I had a hand in helping him get that sucker.
Right. So if you're that powerful, what do you have here? Show me. Something to really wow me.
Just as far as weapons go?
Yeah, something for a sorcerer. Like me. Mr. Fiend kind of just lets off like his arcane ability.
Something I acquired quite recently from the lands of the wild folks. It was very hard to get.
Yes.
But you seem like somebody who, I don't know if you got the gold for this, quite frankly. This is one of my most expensive items.
You might be surprised.
So you're an arcane user then, and you're probably fairly familiar with this thing.
He reaches into his robe, into his pocket, and he pulls out a stone.
Have you heard of the Iron Stones?
Have I heard of the Iron Stones?
Make a history check.
I have not. This would be new to me.
Let me just bring it up here. So I'll just say that the shop owner sees a good deal coming his way, so he kind of explains, the Iron Stone is named after Ioun, a god of knowledge and prophecy revered on some worlds. Many types of Iron Stone exist, each type a distinct combination of shape and color. When you use an action to toss one of these stones into the air, the stone orbits your head at a distance of 1d3 feet, or 1d4 because d3s are dumb, and confers to a benefit to you. Thereafter, another creature must use an action to grasp or net the stone to separate it from you, either by making a successful attack roll against an AC 24 or successful DC 24 dexterity check. You can use an action to seize and stow the stone, ending its effect. Stone has an AC 24, 10 hit points, resistance to all damage. It is considered to be an object that is being worn while orbits your head. And basically, these stones give you buffs, depending on what stone he has. Some of them can give you +1 to AC. Some of them can increase your various ability scores. Some of them are like can't be surprised while the stone orbits your head. Things of that nature.
Okay. What does this one do that he is expecting a lot of money for?
Roll a d20.
16.
16. So as he holds it, it's got a kind of a red, dark red coloration with sort of black that's kind of looks like oil seeped into it and like different sort of wisps and trailing into it. I'll just read this for a second.
This one particularly. very, very special, my friend.
Yeah.
It'll make you particularly amazing at things you're already good at. You were a top-notch pilot, going around flying those goddamn air machines I've seen so much. Nothing's gonna be able to touch you unless things on your head. You're good at cooking, you might as well open your own 5-star restaurant, because you're gonna be the best cook in the land. The one he has, because from that roll, your proficiency bonuses increases by 1.
Oh. Gotcha. And pray tell, what is the expense for the stone you have in your hand?
This one was quite a hard piece to find, I'm afraid. This is gonna cost you at least 500,000 Asgardian gold, my friend.
Interesting.
You will never find another one like it, trust me.
You seem like a man well-traveled.
Yes.
Have you ever been to the Feywilds?
Why do you ask?
Is there something in the Feywilds that you might be wanting?
He kind of shuffles over to the door and kind of closes it and locks the door. Starts to put shutters down on the windows and on anything that people could see inside the shop. Hums a magical incantation. These glyphs kind of light up around the doors and around the windows and around the shop, bursting this very bright blue glow, similar to some of the magic you saw inside the warding tree.
Interesting.
To the tree of woe. And he suddenly changes his posture a little bit.
I knew it.
Reynard, is that you?
He comes up and says, stands up a little bit taller, takes the hair that was kind of down from the side, flips it over his head. So this sort of balding, old, frail man suddenly has like very nice styled gray hair that kind of flips over to one side. You say you are going to the Feywild, are you?
Yes. Unfazed. Because he'd seen this before in 10 Towns with a freaking turtle. So
similar magic to what was used. And the cane that he had that was a bit sort of Master Roshi sized, let's say. As he stands up, he's a bit taller from his posture from before. The staff kind of extends down to the floor. He goes, I would be interested in a particular item from that place, but how do you plan to get to the Feywild is my question.
Well, Heimdall will be sending us.
Is that so?
Yes.
You're not aware of the band travel to the Feywild, are you? Not as clever as you thought, huh? And just starts to like shuffle over to the desk.
Well,
the Asgardians and the Feywild aren't particularly the best of friends. You might want to do some history, my friend. They've band traveled there quite some time ago. They can't get in or get out.
There were always 3 options to this. If Heimdall couldn't get us, then our friend Sir Strange might be able to help us. If Sir Strange couldn't help us, then we do have a group of adventurers that are currently in Midgard searching for a portal. There are many ways to skin a cat. Griffin. It was the ghost tree. What was the group?
Ghostwood Clan.
Ghostwood. Thank you. Yes, the Ghostwood Clan. You see, I have something of a date with Reynard.
Well, I don't know these magical uses you're talking about, but trying to get a portal into the Feywild by conventional means, don't think that's gonna work, my friend.
Don't worry about that. Leave that to me. What would you want from there?
No limits.
Save the crown off the Autumn King's head.
So that's off the table then.
Probably. I can't see my adventuring party allowing me to go to such a length. But items of lore, sure. I mean, shit, Reynard might even have what you're looking for in his stash. He's stolen quite a bit over time.
He is a very famed thief. There is something that we could probably agree on that's wouldn't have you interfering with the status quo, let's say. There is a particular tree that's located in the center of the Feywild, kind of in betwixt where all the courts kind of meet in the dead center. This enchanted tree has a particular gemstone in the center of it. This tree has been around longer than probably the Asgardians have been. This gemstone could power up some pretty heavy-duty things on my end, and something like that. That could be worth trading.
I take it, based on your stature and the way you're talking, you had way more than just a hand in creating Odin's spear.
You can say we go way back.
I want something like that, if I'm going to steal the heart of the Fey.
You want a god weapon?
No, not quite. But something like that. I want you to do your very best with what you have. For me.
A weapon that rivals Odin's spear.
Something of the sort.
Let's say and he's thinking it over, and he's just like, find me this gemstone, plus it's a particular colleague of mine from eons ago, currently resides in the Feywild. Not sure which court they're probably situated in. They have an affinity for nature. She was working on a project. I had a hand in helping her design the first parts of it, but went into the Feywild. They closed the gates, never to be seen again. This weapon, it's hard to describe. Let's just say the power of a druid mixed with an octopus is very intriguing to me. 4 extra hands when dealing in con magic and really help you boost up your abilities. She is a druid called Arclight.
If you can steal these vine tentacle apparatus for me, that combined with the gemstone could work out some sort of weapon for you.
Wonderful. This druid Arclight, did she wrong you?
Not particularly. I mean, push came to shove, I probably would have wronged her at the end, but...
And you don't think she'll give this willingly?
It's one of her prized possessions, and I don't think she'd be willing to go with it. She'd probably defend it with her life.
That's what I assumed. Okay. I think this can be done.
You do realize, though, once this weapon is made, the Asgardians will take it from you. They're usually not very comfortable with outsiders owning such powerful relics within the city walls. Not unless you know somebody who's very good at hiding things or getting around the royal family.
Let's just say I do. As Fiend kind of like maneuvers his ring around his finger. But I'm not one who's so bold as to assume I could trick Odin. I've property outside the city walls here. If that's not good enough for him, I will merely strike a deal for a locker combination, if you will. They may hold it while I am in Asgard, and I may retrieve it when I leave. I don't expect to do much fighting here.
Any idea as to what type of weapon you'd be seeking? Staff, sword, spear?
A staff. Or at least something sharp that can be used like a staff. But we'll see if I can get these items for you. I have a conscience. Or should I say, 5 of them.
And let's just say a little bit of Asgardian gold on top of that, since I will be taking all the risk making this weapon for you. If they trace it back to me, it won't end well for me either, friend.
You know, I'm beginning to wonder who and what you are. But more so, more importantly than that question, is why Odin would send me to these people consistently, knowing that I have an affinity for mischief. He introduced me to Loki in the prisons, and now he introduces me to you. For some reason, I don't think he will have a problem with this, and if he does, it's to his own doing. And the Raven Feeder, the all-knowing Allfather, definitely knows that I would try this.
The Allfather works in mysterious ways, that one. Sent you to Loki.
He did. I take it you're aware of him.
Yeah, I'm aware of him. Helped imprison him there.
What is your name?
You can call me Wesley.
All right, Wesley. A bit of Asgardian gold on top for your troubles.
$50K sound good to you?
50,000. However, give me that stone so that I may have a better chance at getting your property.
You just said I shouldn't trust you, and I, in this conversation, do not trust you as far as I can throw you, sir.
Make a
Co-host of
contract.
the-
Not even I can weasel out of contracts. I'll give you the 50,000 gold here or collateral thereof.
You don't look like someone who's been here very long. You have Asgardian gold?
No, but I can go to a bank. I have roughly 30,000 gold Midgard, and then a few magic items you may be interested in to get me the rest of the way.
And into the Feywild, you're going to use portals, transmutation? How are you going to get into that realm inside of the Asgardian temple?
I am one of 6 very powerful people in my group. I do not hold the answers to every question that we come up against.
Tell you what, I'll have a contract readied within the next couple days. But if you're looking for a way into the Feywild, you've already talked to a person who's already been in there under these strict restrictions.
I have.
You just...
You're not talking about Loki.
It's the only guardian who could get out of the in and out of the realms in more secret ways than anyone in this fair land.
I've already asked Odin for him to part. He won't let him out, but he did give me permission to see him more. So I must ask him next we meet. We have a kinship.
Would you free Loki if given the proper codes, let's say?
Who are you? An old friend of Odin's wouldn't offer to free his bastard son.
Let's just say I too made a deal a long time ago.
As I said, I have 5 conscience.
But none of them are here, are they?
Draw your contract in 2 days. If I can't get into the Feywild by then, I may agree.
Do you normally need a council of people to make your choices for you?
Careful now, I'm running out of patience. Even little gods have fallen before our feet.
Fair enough.
I don't intend to wind up like Loki. With all his power, all his might, he's still sitting in a cell.
All right. I'll have a contract ready.
Thank you. I'll see you in 2 days.
2 days.
Now, with this. Away with these glyphs.
Puts his hair off to the side, releasing that kind of balding spot atop. Goes back to his frail old frame. Customer goes right. All the ruins go away. The blinds shoot back up.
friend. See you later. And with that, we're gonna take our break. So
Me and Ben applauding that performance of NPC Switch. That was very good.
It was very good.
You fake bitch!
oh, shopping episode getting spicy on this
Shopping episode.
I don't trust this
As we always
Wesley.
said, beach episodes are a myth. There's no such thing.
I gave you time. You chose to do nothing. So it's over. Just kidding.
So it's over. You did nothing. What?
You get nothing. Good day, sir. All right. Wait. We're going to take a quick little 10-minute break here to refill the drink, stretch the legs. We'll be right back. See you soon.
See you soon.
Hello, everybody. We are back from our break. Thank you for letting us refill the drinks, stretch the legs, and all that fun stuff. But we are back. So we are going to pick up a little bit ahead as our varied companions here are traveling through the downtown area with Feral, Sir Strange, and Mr. Fiend. As time went on, you were able to kind of wait by and explore the city a bit after you got your garments all ready and paid for. Mr. Fiend having kind of went into that seedier part of the Asgardian kingdom to go into that wares shop, meeting a strange new character with the name of Wesley. And some possible dark dealings
Wesley
may be going down.
Best friends with Chris.
Exactly. But after some time goes down, the three of you sort of make your way back to the lake house after a couple hours of perusing to find the rest of the Frostbreakers chilling, hanging out.
I would like to notate under Emerald's recommendation, I'm teaching the bards the light as a feather, stiff as a board concept, and like all the other sleepover shenanigans that you do as kids of like slapping hands and stuff like that, and like all those different games. And that's what Rumir is doing with the bards. She's teaching them all those different games. Don't clutch your head like that. They have to learn sometime.
Amazing. Who are you currently doing that with?
I feel like Thar, Earthair, and I are doing it to Salil. I'm like, whoa, you're floating. This is crazy. Or like the kind where you make them feel like their hands are going through the floor. And they're like, oh, fuck, Salil, we can't hold you much longer, bud. Into the ground you go. You're just psychologically bleeding Salil. But for fun. It's fine. What's a little light bullying between friends?
That's hilarious. Yeah. At some point, Tarek will kind of just grab Salil and she'll be like, mind if I speak to you for a moment?
Oh,
If you're not having too much fun.
Aww.
What?
We were just about to make him go through the floor.
Right. Unless you'd rather do that, Salil.
Yeah, I think I'd rather go talk with you right now. Scuttles off from whatever prank you were about to pull.
Yeah. They'll just take him off to one side. It's just like a weird, awkward look on his face, kind of just moves away from everyone else so they can just talk privately. Just like, so, you feeling okay?
Yeah.
I'm awful with these kinds of conversations, so yep.
What kind of conversation are you trying to have? Just so you know, I'm kind of like a loner. like to kind of keep to myself most of the time. It seemed like you're probably a great guy.
What are you implying?
Huh? No, nothing. Never
What?
mind.
What?
What do you want to talk about?
Gay!
Oh dear. I just kind of just take this moment and kind of just make sure that no one's eavesdropping, and just like, since we have some time before perhaps we have to embark on our next endeavor, I was thinking perhaps when we had a free moment, if you wouldn't mind, you play the guitar, do you not?
Yeah, I can say that.
Would you mind perhaps teaching me?
Huh.
Something I've seen in passing and thought it might be interesting to learn. A new skill, perhaps.
I mean, yeah, sure. It just didn't seem the musical type. Seemed more like the brooding type, you know?
That's the vibe I give off, isn't it?
Yeah, a little bit. But no, man, I'm pulling your chain. You want to learn guitar? Yeah.
You're doing what?
Hmm?
Pulling my what?
Pulling your chain is a turn of phrase.
Is that a woke thing? I don't.
Woke thing?
See, I don't get it either. God. Anyway, yes, perhaps when we have some free time, if you wouldn't mind, that would be nice. Just as something I'd like to learn.
Yeah. I mean, just trying to think. I mean, I got my thing, and like the spectral guitar just kind of comes out of his hands. Don't really let a lot of people use this thing other than me. It's kind of got sentimental, personal value. If you find another guitar, I mean, I don't know, are there music shops in this, whatever this place is?
Maybe. Yes, I'll, perhaps tomorrow I'll have an explore into town, see what I can find.
Yeah, sure. Was there, like, what kind of music do you listen to?
Well, I mean, nothing in particular, just things in passing. It's not really something I've explored into too much before, but now that I'm finding myself here and having some free time, I'd like to invest in interest, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, it's always good to pick up new skills, express yourself. Are you artistically inclined? Do you do anything else to kind of express yourself?
I hit things. Does that count? I don't know. Fighting?
I mean, talk to some soldiers, they say combat is a complete art form. So.
That's fair. Learn a new art then, perhaps.
I mean, probably got the wrists for it, you know, all that stabbing.
Right.
You like swinging hammers, so like, you know, broad strokes, good for strumming. How are you with rhythm?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe I'm good at that. I don't know.
Here, let's see. I'm gonna start making a beat.
Why are you clapping?
And then you just try to chime on in, like just like add another beat to this, like add on to it, like anything, like either with your hands or the song, like the da 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 da.
I don't understand. Why are we clapping? What has happened? You're making this weird.
Okay, you know what? We'll do a proper listen. Like that's fine. Don't worry about it. We'll figure something out.
Okay. Yes, I just wanted to ask. But thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem, man.
I know. Yeah, I'll just kind of just give an awkward nod and be like, well, I'll see you around, Slo.
Yeah.
Have fun doing whatever they're doing.
Yeah, you have fun with the gods?
Something like that. Yeah.
I feel a little bit over him.
It's a little bit much.
Yeah. I mean, I've been to quite a
Understand.
few places, but this whole realm hopping thing really isn't something that I'm really used to.
Yeah. I wasn't used to it until about 6 months ago when, well, that became my life. But here we are. Hopefully we won't have to hop too many more realms. Hopefully soon you'll be able to return to the material plane.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. I'm not like the prisoner here, right? Like I could leave if I want.
I mean, yes, but it wouldn't be recommended. It's dangerous, demons and stuff like that. The Frost Maiden is... Well, let's just say we had a list of enemies that we knew, and the Frost Maiden wasn't on that list. So... yeah. You'd probably be best staying here for now, just for your own protection. But, no, you're not a prisoner here. Just... Best not to leave. Be dangerous. Also, I think Farrell would be mad if you left. Oh, actually, no. She definitely would be mad if you left.
Yeah, we'll see.
Hmm.
And he just kind of like walks off, like, I'll talk to you later. And he just kind of like leaves in thought.
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, you kind of hear the humming of...
reason is now sad.
Yeah.
Huh.
With
what?
that, you kind of hear the
Sad.
humming of skiffs kind of coming down to the
Sadly.
lighthouse as Mr. Fiend and Farrell and Sir Strange kind of approach
Am I driving?
the dock. Yeah, you're driving yours. Mr. Fiend comes. You guys kind of come first, and Mr. Fiend comes behind you, not by very much, but in a separate skiff.
See, Sir Strange, I told you that I could get better at this. I just needed time to learn how to drive it better.
Sorry.
Did you? I'll reach out and grab Sir Strange. Okay, that one wasn't my fault. That was Fiend.
It's okay, Farrell. I've already made peace with my gods.
I don't believe in any.
It was only half on purpose.
I don't believe in any, so I have none to make peace with. Now, come on. And she'll pick up the rest of the packages.
Strange is like barely holding on to consciousness after the lad, like.
Sir Strange, come on. And I'll. Okay, I'm gonna give him a second. And I'll look back to Fiend. You hit the boat.
I hit the land machine.
You did that on purpose.
I said I did it half on purpose.
I was doing so much better, and you decided that you were gonna make me look bad.
Too many pedals is what it is.
No. There are two. And then
You have the clutch, and then you have the gas, and
I
then
was driving so
brake.
much better.
See, I'm
Step
used to
on
there
the
just
gas.
being a brake and a gas, and there's a clutch.
on the gas.
Brake.
Step on the brake. Okay, Sir
Charles
Strange, are you
another
ready?
one.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna hop down.
Yes.
And start walking into the house. Fiend, we got you a gift and something to wear for the funeral. Also,
Ooh, close.
we're being sent on another mission, just so you know.
So am I.
What are you doing as she's walking into the house?
Stealing from the Fae.
Wait. Why?
Hold on.
It's a long story. I suppose it's not that long, but it has a lot of inflections and interpretations. Some euphemisms.
Well, now mine looks boring.
Yeah.
She'll call out, "We brought funeral clothes for everyone."
And Ramiro walks down confused. You're like so happy. You're like, we brought funeral clothes. And she's like, great.
Time to get our drink on.
I'll put the packages down. And I'll put the ones kind of for the guys aside for the girls. I like, Sir Strange, if you'll give these ones to our friends here. And then, Ramiro, I hope this is okay. And she'll hand you a package that has your address.
Oh, thank you.
I'll take the two
Opens.
bards. I'll take the two bardses and give them to them as well. Obviously, Salil's not right there, so I'm gonna have to go find him now.
Is the funeral today? Like, quote, today?
Tonight.
Oh, tonight. Oh. You know what? That came out poorly. It's not that I'm not excited to go to this funeral. I just don't know anyone there.
Honestly, I've been here 6 months and I only know a couple of people that will be there.
Yeah, but then it's like, but you do know some people, and then you do that awkward thing where you stand around, and then they're like, "Oh, this is my friend."
Know us, so.
No, it's okay because we're going to go. Me and Sir Strange were given a task to go on the mission beforehand, so like we can go do that first. Yeah. I'm gonna give Salil their address, and then Sir Strange, if you'll explain that. Where's Salil? I got him a shirt.
He went upstairs. We had a
that is like that way.
We had a talk, and I think he had to think about some things. I didn't say anything to upset him. I promise.
What did you say?
I just asked him about a thing. Just looks awkwardly around. Like
now you just look more
nothing serious. I'll tell you later, but nothing serious. You can even ask him if you want. I just...
Right. Sir Strange, would you mind explaining what the mission is? I'm going to go check on that. And I'll walk up the steps.
Well, we went to the... Sorry, Bray, I'm still recovering from the skiff ride here. Little spinning. We were given a bit of a task. We would be teleported to a place where... the academics lady, the one that helped us with Farrell's whole thing, said that she needed help checking in on a certain professor, and as a favor, and more to reward us for the favor, she promised a great deal of funds from a treasury. Now, again, this is completely up to a group decision. I know that we only got here a day or two ago, and if I'd understand if you want to take a bit of a rest.
You say money?
Yes, she said that she would reach out to wonderful, a great. Sir Strange is going through the bags of stuff.
You said the keyword, money.
Money.
Yes, a great deal of funds. So basically, we are to head over there, and I believe, clarification, Kevin, we would be teleported to...
Yeah, she has a teleportation circle in the academy, but she has another one waiting by the location.
Yeah, so yes, we would be entered to the teleportation circle, and we would go there, and it should be just checking in, but given... the types of things we've been involved in, the natural energy of chaos that just seems to be around us, well,
yes,
I'd imagine we'll be all on guard anyway. But this should be looks up an easy enough task.
So they want us to go check to see if their friend is still at their workplace before a big funeral, so that we...
Go ahead, sorry.
No, you're fine. I'm just trying to clarify the point of this.
It was more of a general concern, given the circumstance of what's going on, I believe, with the wild folk and those of Asgard, well, the inner city of Asgard. And we would have no time to get back to the funeral, of course. Not like,
Given the way these things go awry, I suspect we will be accosted by some celestial being. I mean, we've had gods of winter, demons, so it's probably angels next.
Strange freezes up at the mention of a celestial.
Well, we're getting good at this sort of thing, so we could probably squeeze it in.
Yes, you took me to my own death and brought me back and got me back in time for wrestling before lunch. No, there's no way that something could get in our way before a funeral.
I don't love the usage of definitive language in cases like this.
Yes.
Typically because when those words are spoken, it is almost certain to go awry. But yes, you are correct. We did work in a timely manner last time.
Toon grabs Fiend by the arm and lifts him up the same way that his arm was lifted up in the wrestling ring. And he's like, nothing will stop us from getting to this funeral on time.
Ramira,
Yes.
Farrell upstairs is like, oh dear God.
leans over to Tarek and goes, this seems like a poor idea. But
Speaking of awry and
You
chaos,
used big words, but I agree.
We're gonna die.
Toon, if you wouldn't mind standing exactly next to me, because I feel more comfortable with your larger presence there.
Of course.
Especially when I have poor news to give.
Poor news.
So, it's poor news, good news, it's all news of a sort.
That's what
I
you
went-
said the last time you came back.
Leading with this conversation, I went to Odin
Mm-hmm.
to ask him about Loki.
Mm-hmm.
He does not wish to free Loki.
Uh-huh.
He does not wish to put Loki in an item that I could carry around and ask questions to.
I'm sorry.
what?
What?
No, you know what? Continue. You know what? Continue.
Yes,
Keep
go
going.
on.
Fiend, I hope you weren't
Go on.
suggesting what I thought you were suggesting.
No,
Kind of
let
like
Let him finish.
is something like a hexblade, but not. I don't wish to.
When you say that word, Tarek actively steps back.
But not because I don't answer to anybody.
You wanted to make the god a knife.
Well, more like a snow globe.
Do you not see the hubris in that?
Fair enough. I do have quite a big hubris. Sometimes it's hard to contain it. With that being said, I did ask Odin why he would send me to such a person, as we all had the question.
Probably not to make them a knife.
Probably not. With that, I do understand. But he wasn't angry. He just said no. However, he did grant me access.
What was his exact phrasing?
No.
Oh, that was it? Oh,
That was it. 2 letters. No. He
I
even
thought it'd
got
be
up off
something
his
a bit more
throne, walked
profound.
down the stairs, across the room, stood in my face, and then said, no.
Wow.
And then I
Strange.
went,
Thought it'd be
okay. And he was like,
that.
all right then. And then walked back to his
Wait,
throne and sat back down.
Wait, Tarek, you and I both have experience with Odin. Fiend, was it a no or a no?
You know
It
what?
was more
He's
of a-
right. He's right. Those two things mean two
They're very
things.
different.
Very different.
But after he said no to freeing Loki, I then asked him, where would I go to find the best arcane wares in Asgard? You know, because the king, the all.
Oh, Arcane West.
should
I
know
like
this.
that shop.
No, this was
Good street
not the arcane wares. No, it was called the Wild Dreams in the less franchised part of town. It was a real shit place. Now, here's the thing. He sent me directly there to fetch a warlock of sorts, who then also wanted to free Loki. So I don't know if he wants me to free Loki or not. I'm getting real mixed signals from Odin at this point, because for somebody whose name is the All-Father, all-knowing Ravenfeet, all these things, he certainly is giving me mixed signals between, no, we can't free Loki, and, hey, you should go meet up with Loki and a bunch of people who want to free him.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it really doesn't. Now, with that being said, I do have the qualms of god fighting, little g, big G alike, and I do not want to go fight Mammon without some sort of guarantee that we can win. So, I found out he assisted, and by assisted I mean probably just made, Odin's spear Gungnir. This man, Wesley.
Wesley.
Yes, the divine and great powerful sorcerer, Wesley.
Just like Chris.
Well, except this was more like that time we went to the turtle shop, and he went from being an old turtle to not an old turtle, but
I
locked
remember.
everything. This time, it was an old man who went to not being really all that old and crazy and locked everything. So he agreed to make a weapon that pseudo-rivaled Gungnir for us.
When you say us, I
mean-
feel like maybe that's not really what you mean.
Well, what's mine is yours.
No, I don't think that's correct.
No, I agree with Ramira on this. A weapon that rivals Odin's spear.
Yes.
Not really a bop it,
That
twist
I
it
don't
situation.
think that sounds legal.
Well, he did mention that it would probably be a decent idea to tell Odin and then keep it in lockup when we are here, and then to leave and to take it out of lockup when we were to go. And I have no problem with this. Now, the more alarming news to this is that apparently, Heimdall can't get us to the Feywild.
I'm sorry, what?
Excuse me?
Yes, apparently there's been a ban from Asgard going into the Feywild, some sort of bad blood.
How did we not know this?
Some
don't-
sort of like border control, do you mean?
Right, so a giant beam
Is
shot
there a
from a
plague?
cannon in a different realm cannot enter this other different realm.
Sure.
Wow, that's too bad.
That just put a damper on things.
Well,
Seems
he
like
did
we
tell
will be
me
going
that
to Avernus then.
he
I
did tell
don't-
me that Loki would know the way,
Of course he did.
and then he insisted that I free Loki.
It all comes back to Loki, doesn't it?
Doesn't it always? The second disturbing set of information is that in
there's
order to
more.
make this weapon that we could use to kill Mammon and Bale,
Mhm.
is that I would need to thieve in the Feywild.
Yes. Thief, what specifically?
And from who?
Where there's this dastardly druid named Achaidh who's done some sort of betrayal to this Wesley, and she holds within
Wesley.
her power the ability to control multiple arms during spell work. So I figured I would just take that on her, or take that off of her. And then the gem that is located in the center of the tree in the middle of the entire Feywild.
Of course, yes, and of course you agreed to this, didn't you? Without even
Sounds
questioning.
like a
Right.
conduit of power, likely holding that realm in balance. We will not destabilize one realm in order to plunge into another and kill the ruler there.
Well, I'm not entirely positive between this stabilization and destabilization, but it's something we could ask at the very least once we get to the Feywild.
Whether literally or metaphorically, I'm sure that the gem is of significance to a degree that to take it would cause quite an uproar.
I agree.
Kevin, would I know this name of the druid? Like, are they famous? Would I like remember in all of my reading and studying?
Famous? Make a history check.
Okay. Well, that's not super great.
My headcanon is that Farrell's hearing all of this while walking up the stairs and is pausing at certain moments and
Just very slow motion
So-
yeah,
walking.
she's walking very slowly. She's like, just when she thinks it's done, she's like, "Oh, it got worse. Oh, it got worse."
It is 17.
17. There were you like being traveled around studying different arcane circles. The name Arclight may have come up in passing as somebody who was kind of mocked by the arcanic community. Somebody who
The conspiracy theorist.
little bit of a tinfoil hat person.
Tinfoil hat, yeah.
Somebody who got into druidic magic not by ancestral means, not by belonging to any kind of clan or nature-based community. Somebody who was just an unarcanic person, had no ties to magic, and studied so vigorously that they broke into that style of magic. They became known for doing very odd experiments and finding very rare plants, and she was kind of a person that, like, if you wanted rare solvents from like very exotic plants from multiple realms, she could get them.
Okay.
But then her obsession made her more and more remote. She kept going to these deep, deep jungles, various places, and she became a little manic.
She's like if Deco Midoriya and the scientist from Meet the Robinsons combined. Probably a little angry. Okay, good to know.
And
Love it.
Then, like, people couldn't really find her that often, and she just kind of disappeared.
Interesting. I feel like I vaguely remember this individual.
Well, if I'm being honest with you, I am a thief by nature. If this does not destabilize the realm of the Feywild, I want to take that tree gem.
Oh, so strange.
Well, since it seems like we're set on going to the Feywild, when I last spoke with Odin showed me a vision. As you know, my memories are a bit jumbled and incomplete. He made me aware of certain things. I've been in Asgard a bit longer than I thought I did. And I've been here before. I am not exactly human. I'm fate touched.
Oh.
What does that mean?
It means somewhere around the line, with my family or bloodline, either a deal was made, or in some sense to the way my family interacted with the Fae, where I am related to a Fae to some degree, whether it be through magic, potentially, which is why I'm afraid to go to the Feywild.
Are you afraid of this ancestor?
No, because, well, Fae don't really follow the set guidelines of what is considered normal. Fae are chaotic, and I just stay out of their way, and as a Fae touched, it's sort of cool, it's I'm not exactly a Fae, but the nature is there.
Insight check that cool part.
I genuinely think it's cool.
I'm trying to get a feel on if they think it's cool, if they're actually yeah, it's fine, I'm dealing with it, or if they're like, oh god.
Cool. Okay, then oh god.
Okay, great. Just I didn't know if it was a cool or if it was cool,
when I say it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
There is also one more thing. The reason why I was called to Asgard the first time was to seal away something bad. I don't really remember other than a deep sensation of fear. It was unsettling. And a lot of my purpose in helping and sealing this evil was in my blood.
I see.
Now, it could just be that, wow, you're just a Fae touched with special blood, or it could be more than that. And I didn't want to tell you at first, because I never really told anyone this, and the ones I did tell, well, they're kind of dead now. And this is just one of my concerns of going to the Feywild. And if we do, I'll help. In fact, as far as I remember, I can speak Sylvan fluently. Don't know how that happened, but being old and memories being jumbled, you sort of forget things. But I'll help you the best I can, but understand that going into the Feywild, I do have my concerns. I don't know how they'll treat a Fey touched.
I understand your concerns.
I mean, humans haven't treated me any better.
No.
How would I say what the Fey would?
Well, we would definitely appreciate your insight on a place we have no idea what it is or how it operates. And we're all a team. We look out for each other. You might be scared, but we'll have your back.
That's what I'm afraid of.
I don't follow.
We've got to die sometime.
You do. And just so Strange just sits down and, takes Tarek's bag of clothes and just sets it down and puts Toon's outfit to the side as well. Also, surprise!
Thank you, Strange. You got something for me?
Yeah,
Suppose I didn't think about what I would wear. Thank you.
You're welcome. Farrell helped.
She did?
Yeah, I don't really know much about you, and I figured she pointed out your favorite colors, so we ended up getting that. And Toon, I know you're like very strict in terms of your practice of eating, so what you have is made out of cotton. So it's still new to me to make choices like this. I'm very indecisive, but Farrell's a great help. So if you should thank anybody, it's her. I only fronted a good portion of the cost.
Tarek will just kind of open the box and kind of take a vague look at what's inside and notice the color scheme and just smile and just almost to himself just say, yeah, just kind of almost like to himself. He'll just be like, I love it. Huh.
Fiend has the gaudiest cloak we could have found.
While this is all happening, Ramira just slightly moves her arm a little closer to Strange so that her pinky just barely boops them, as of I'm here, just so you know, and then stops booping them. You're muted. Or maybe you were just not picking up.
Sir Strange just gives a smirk, but is still sort of gauging the feelings around them right now.
Ramirez has little clouds on it.
I love it.
I'm
Are we
going
going
upstairs.
to change this into our funeral clothes now, and then we go check on the friend where probably something bad will happen, and then we run over
Maybe
so that we don't have to
shouldn't
run
ruin
over
them.
to change?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Please don't ruin
Yeah.
them. I've walked upstairs.
After stopping halfway down.
Oh no, I stopped, listened to the entirety of the conversation, and then kept walking. Because when Strange got to the part where they admitted to being Bay touched, she had already heard it. So she walked at that part.
Okay.
I do have a question. Fiend, not that I doubt your incredible ability to barter a mighty fine deal. You don't exactly share a knife or a weapon. So I can't help but calculate that this weapon is for you. Or if you were most benevolent and for someone else. But you want to go to the Feywild to kick Reynard's ass, steal his money, possibly kill Reynard, and then you want to go after Crazy Tentacle Lady and rip out some kind of special gem that she has so we can go back to get you a weapon that's certainly illegal. And you want to break out Loki so we can get to the location to do all of previously said items?
No.
Well, that doesn't feel right. Feels pretty accurate, actually.
You're wrong. I don't want to break Loki out. I just want to ask him how to get to the Feywild. It seems like Odin wants me to break Loki out, or else he wouldn't keep sending me to people who want him out of prison.
Right.
Firstly. Secondly, I need Reynard, who was apparently a member of the Skeleton Key a long time ago, because I want him to break my father out of a federal prison that we cannot go to.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
And thirdly, I want the gem and the octopus arms to trade this gentleman for a weapon that is powerful enough to kill Mammon and Baal, because I want power, and always have and always will.
Right.
It's just like calculating the layers. Like,
but the good that will come out of being able to kill Mammon and Baal in their own plane, which we haven't taken into consideration, is astronomical in our favor. Whether or not it's legal, nobody has told me it's illegal yet, and I do not have any intention of doing it behind Odin's back.
Right. And Odin also didn't tell us that there's like a border problem either.
Exactly.
Yes.
So I imagine Odin's not as truthful as you are.
I don't think Odin is good.
Sure. Who is these days?
I think Odin is a god of Asgard who has his own agenda. I do not believe we should thrust what we believe good is upon what he does.
Well, I don't do that in general. It's much too foolish.
Now, I do know Loki is the king of lies. He has told me himself. So I'm not foolish enough to believe anything that man says he will do if he's freed. And as much as I love mischief, I don't intend to get us thrown out of Asgard by making a weapon that Odin himself will not allow. However, if the answer is no, then we might have a problem. If the answer is no, but, then we can figure out what the but is.
Ramira puts her hand on your shoulder. Fiend, you are my friend, and I told you I would go get you your fox. So we will go get you your fox. I'm not trying to die so soon. Strange.
Kevin, clarification. Last time Strange and Odin spoke, didn't Odin say that they needed Strange as a guide to the Feywild?
They sure did.
Are you our key?
Yeah. Sure, Strange. Remembering this. With that being said, Odin also wanted me to remain among your company, specifically to guide you through the Feywild with my Fey-touched self, which will almost end well.
Are you being sarcastic?
I don't know anymore, and I'm honestly too scared to check myself.
As I told Wesley, I am one of 6 very powerful beings in our party. How we get to the Feywild is not up to me.
I wonder what Wesley's real name is. Doesn't sound like it fits their character.
Probably not. I don't know very many Chads in Asgard.
Smith and Weston. Weaselton.
With this all being said, of course I do not want to destabilize an entire realm.
Good.
Insight check.
Insight check.
Roll!
Are you serious? Wow.
It's gonna be whatever you believe.
It's natural 20 plus 10, so 30.
Oh my god! What a
Divulge your
crit.
secrets.
Fiend does not
Tell me what I
want.
know.
Fiend does not
Poker
want.
face.
Yeah, Fiend does not want to destabilize the Fae. That is not his intention to go there. He could care less if the Fae disappeared.
I was gonna say, my
Yeah.
question was more like, are they willing to leverage that? Like, I don't plan to, but like, if it happens.
Oh no, he is being forthcoming with, I will not steal this gem if the end goal is the
Okay.
destruction of the Feywild in any way, shape, or form. That is too high of a price and doesn't
Okay.
need that kind of heat on his head.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
So she goes, well, I'm in.
Yes. So, I'm being upfront, and this is the best you're going to get from this new changed emotional fiend. I want you all to remain my friends. However, I cannot change too much. I do want to still steal things. I do want to still be mischievous in ways. But
You have to borrow things every once in a while.
I also don't want to ruin relationships for you all.
Hmm.
And in order to find out if this gem will destabilize the Feywild, we maybe could ask Athawin.
Hmm. Perhaps.
Athawin is 1,000 years old and a Fey creature.
That is fair.
I have no other connection to the Fae other than what might have potentially just been my family deciding to make deals with the wrong sort of creature. If it destabilizes, but you don't need to worry about my relationship with the Feywild. I can care less. I'm too Fey to be human, and I'm too human to be Fey. And pardon my common, fuck it. I'll help.
Thank you, Sir Strange. You are once again an amazing person.
I need to pardon my comment on a new t-shirt, thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Also, I do not intend to kill Reynard.
Oh.
Well, that's nice.
What did he do? Now that I've calmed down, frankly, he just stole money from me. So, he'll pay me back.
That's
in
not
kind.
enough for you to kill someone. That's new.
Hey, don't scold him. He's
This
trying
is
to...
character development.
Yes.
It is, and I am
Do
so
not
proud.
scoff at it.
Slap him on the back. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. But he is the Loki of the Feywild. So if anybody can steal that tree gem, it's probably him.
Hmm.
And how do you plan on twisting the knife on Reynard to get this gem to risk their life and also to break after your father without them killing us and also maybe turning us into the unseelie fae?
I am
Probably
going
threatened to
to
kill him.
remind him very physically whose allegiance he pledged to.
Ah, yes, violent
Yes.
diplomacy.
Hmm.
Island diplomacy.
Now, we have killed the Prince of Frost, or defeated. I don't know if they're dead permanently. And we have killed/defeated the Maiden of Frost. I can't imagine Reynard will stand much of a chance to the six of us.
We shall see.
And if he says no, we'll heal him, and I will do it again, and again, and again, until he says yes.
Oh.
I think the real trick is to convince him to adopt the moniker of Frost. And then we've got a 100% chance
Success.
of taking him out.
Good. God, little G.
Ah.
Well then, I do so open the floor to whoever else has quandaries or concerns. This thing has very long sleeves.
Yes.
You're meant to roll it. You have to roll
Strange.
it a little bit. No,
This shirt is lovely.
no,
May
it's
I
supposed
give you
to
a
dry.
hug?
Yes. Appreciated.
I can fit 7 arms in
Yeah.
this sleeve.
Toon is gonna give
You can
the
hide all your
Strange a hug.
secrets in there.
Strange takes the hug.
You do this thing.
Gets absorbed
Grabs the ends
into
of the things and does the Batman flap.
I rolled a 19 to hug.
Batman from 1999.
It's a
Press
good hug.
X to dad.
That's the best
Okay.
damn hug.
I rolled a
Very
21 in survival. I survived.
Very squishy.
Well, the skiff is here.
Hmm.
I don't think we should delay. We are on a timer.
Let's go find this person.
Let's bring our clothes with us, though. Not wear them,
In the
but
bags, yeah.
on the off chance that we can't come back here.
You know what I should
I
get is a
drive?
jet. Oh, God.
Cheryl's
dear.
upstairs, so she will have
yeah.
to join you at the skiff.
I need to get a chest so that I can do the arcane chest thing of putting all of our shit in a chest and sending it away.
See,
so I
that's
can
really
get
what
it back.
We need a bag holding.
Yeah, we do need a bag of
Or we
holding.
need Ben to get the
Does
8th level
Fiend-
Warlock spell.
Does Fiend have prestidigitation?
Fiend does have prestidigitation.
Then you can clean up everybody's clothes, iron out the wrinkles.
There you go.
That is true.
Dry cleaning.
And then Farrell can mend them if they get ripped.
This is perfect.
We're a walking dry cleaner.
Hear me
Dirty
out.
your cufflinks.
Hear me out. We all just start like a clothing store. It's fine.
Oh god.
We call it arcane.
We call it our
We call it Arcane Web. Yeah.
Anybody we meet at the party we don't like, I can make their drink taste like seawater.
Toon is walking across the dock to the skiff. He's gonna shout back at the house, Farrell, we are departing. Leave your bards here, and I'll leave my druid. The house should be safe.
I'll leave my druid.
I'm driving.
No, you hear? No.
You almost
It's
gave me
his
one.
turn. Let him have it.
Shotgun.
As the rest of you are scurrying away to the skiff for shotgun privileges, Farrell going up the stairs to her room to check up on Salil.
He's there. I'll knock on the door, even though it's my room. I'm sharing it. I'll knock on the door, poke my head in. Derek said that you were thinking, can I come in?
Yeah, sure.
We're about to head out to go do a thing, but I got you a shirt for the funeral, and I'll throw it on the bed. Like, just kind of gently put it down. I wasn't sure if you wanted to go, but I figured you and Thayer needed clothes anyways.
Yeah, thanks. Are we allowed to go? I mean, we didn't really know the guy. Is that weird?
I mean, you're under my responsibility. So, if you want to go, I'm not going to tell you no.
I mean, to tell you the truth, all this has just been kind of a little bit overwhelming.
I know. I kind of figured when Tarek told me that you were thinking that you were feeling a bit overwhelmed by everything.
Yeah, you know.
Is it the Asgard? Is it the Rainbow Bridge? Is it like trying to make a joke out of it? And
Yeah, it's kind of all of it, to be honest.
I actually meant to talk to you in there. Where do you want to go? What do you want? Because I haven't asked either of you. If you need time to think about it, that's totally fine. I wasn't sure if you thought about it.
Well, I'm just not really used to this hiding out thing, you know. I'm usually the front man in a lot of situations, not really stage tech. I was just getting used to the idea of multiple realms and gods. I mean, you hear stories and you hear legends, but you never think you're going to be a part of those stories.
Yeah, I mean, we heard a lot of those in the taverns.
Yeah. Get lots of material. But where do I don't know. I just
Think about it. You're not stuck here. But the choice is yours and theirs. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Or what not to do.
if we were to leave, you would stay here?
I at least have to go to the Feywild. And Caitlin and Ecstasy are in Avernus, I'm pretty sure. At least Ecstasy, and I can't leave him there.
Yeah, I didn't think you would.
That doesn't mean I want you to leave. It just means I have obligations too.
Being a warrior of the realm. I mean, lots of things to do.
When did you ever know me to be a hero? Because I'm not.
Could have fooled me. Seem to be doing one hell of a job of it so far.
That's not quite true, but tell you what, I'll take the compliment this time because I don't want to argue with you.
I'm just letting this all sink in. I'll just give me some time. I'll have an answer for you soon.
You don't have to. I just wanted to ask.
Just got this feeling.
Feeling?
Just that something. I don't know.
Good or bad?
Unsure.
You're never one to be unsure.
Not one to be in a realm full of gods either, but here we are. Things change, I guess.
But I've always trusted your gut feelings.
Just feel like something's coming, you know? Like, this ain't over.
That's how I feel every day I wake up with these individuals. It's not a big rush. Just whenever you're ready, let me know.
And as you say that and kind of turn around, leave the room, you hear this very... Oh, sorry?
I was just going to say there was one thing I wanted specifically before I left. Just before you break my heart entirely, I'm going to give you more ammunition. I know we've been through a lot. And I realized I had hugged there, but you've died or almost died, and there's been so much. And can I just hug you?
Yeah, sure.
And she will. And she'll just put her arms around him best she can, and she'll hug him.
Going for a hug as his sleeve, sort of the coat that he's wearing, his sleeves kind of come up a bit, up to his elbows as the material kind of curls up. And you're kind of hugging him, and your eyes open for a minute, and that cut where you hit him along the forearm, that little thin red line just goes. And then it goes away.
Kind of blinks. Weird.
Embrace. Hold you tight for a minute. Thanks.
I needed that.
Yeah, I think I did too. Wow, where are you guys going now? It seemed like there's a lot of excitement going on down there.
Well, we got asked to go on a mission. I saw Freya, and then the mage wanted us to go and do a favor for her, so we're just gonna run and do that.
Wait. You saw Freya?
Yeah. Yeah, I did. Okay, don't look at me like that. She was stuck in a different plane, and that was the one thing I wanted from Odin, besides your safety, of course, was to see into the ethereal plane and make sure she was okay or not.
What happened?
She was
Did
stuck.
you bring her back?
No. It's been too long. I guess I could have tried, but it's been so long that I'd let her go. And I think she moved on. She seemed happier about it than I thought she would be, which is good.
Wow. Are you okay?
Yeah, actually, I've held on to that for so long, but knowing she's not just waiting around for me, it's nice.
Tell you the truth, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping that I might be the one to do that.
What did Tarek talk to you about earlier? And that question, she's trying to gauge if Tarek told him that they are not together anymore, is what she's looking for.
Yeah, he wanted to learn guitar. Really?
Oh, that... Really?
Yeah. Didn't think he was a musical guy, but...
I didn't either. Weird.
Yeah, he wanted some lessons eventually. Gonna try to... He doesn't have much rhythm, though. We try to... Didn't work out too well.
It doesn't surprise me. Maybe he'll figure it out when he starts playing. Was that it?
Yeah, I believe so.
That's interesting.
And then at this point, you start to hear the, I've got to leave your boards. I'm going to leave my druid on the dock.
Oh, okay. All right.
Looks like they're calling you.
I know. I've considered leaving with you, just so you know. It's just not out of the realm of possibility.
Okay.
Just because I'm not tied to anybody else at the moment. And with that, she will leave the room.
And you just see him with a certain like look of puzzle,
That's
surprise.
fine. You can be puzzled. She's gonna leave it on that. Oh, make sure that Thayer wears the dress I got them.
Okay.
If you guys are coming, thanks. And she'll leave.
And it just kind of stood there and just like surprised, bits of like elated but also confused, and like that was a big bomb to kind of drop on him.
She knows.
But with that,
go ahead.
Make your way down to this skiff. Oh, Staff?
It's just a really quick thing. As we're walking out towards the skiff, Ramira's gonna pull a string that she's been keeping with her, turn to Strange, and go like wave it around. May I?
Yeah, sure.
But instead of tying it to their finger, I'm gonna assume you changed into your armor since we might get into some kind of kerfuffle.
Oh yeah, I just walked into my room and it came out in just 2 minutes.
Channel. Yeah. I don't know if you
just like
got. Well,
it just
depends on where I'm gonna tie it.
Yeah, they'll have like they usually they don't keep their hands armored. It's usually until before combat. So yeah, they have their hands are pretty much free. There's no armor on that.
Well, this is going to be, she's going to tie it onto their armor on purpose instead of their hand.
Okay.
And she goes and she ties it in like a lapel area, probably like wherever a strap continued. You already know what to do with this. You're the one who taught me after all, but I noticed you pay attention to your armor sometimes a little bit more than your own hands, so maybe this will keep it in your mind a little bit more. In case you need us. In case you need me. Need's a poor word. Want? In case you want to talk to me.
So Strange just smiles for a moment and looks at it. And looks at her. And just smiles.
I know. I've come to terms with a lot of things as of late. More of a want than a need. And Sir Strange doesn't finish or clarify at all, but nods. Thank you.
And she's gonna turn to walk and then turn back. You know, you're still the Strange that we all enjoy, regardless of what you find out about yourself. And she kind of changes her eyes to her changing eyes and then changes them back. We're not all what we seem to be, and that's okay. It's just kind of what we do in the future that matters.
My opinion on you hasn't changed since I first met you. But thank
That
you.
makes two of us.
Sir just moves her head, cuts away from the concentration, and make their way to the skiff.
Fiend, let me drive.
Come on, let's go.
There's absolutely no way.
As
you're
I'm
driving.
turning and walking out of the room, I'm just yelling, Fiend, let me drive.
I'm already in the driver's seat. I can't hear you.
I don't care who's driving. I'm
And
sitting shotgun.
With that, I'll turn and walk out of the room.
Sorry, Ben.
Yeah, just Tarek will kind of wait behind, just waiting for Farrell, and just kind of just wait in the doorway. And when sees her at the bottom of the stairs, be like, "Fiend is driving. You've got to give him a turn." Yeah. And and then he'll just he'll walk with you towards the skiff.
I'll make sure that they grabbed my dress.
Yeah.
The rest of the bag. I'm gonna
Oh
send
yeah, no. Tarek's got his stuff as well, and he'll just as they're walking, he'll just be like, "How is he?"
Rough.
I didn't. Did he tell you what I spoke to him about?
No. What are you talking about?
No? Oh, okay. I just asked him about something, just mundane thing.
Oh. Yeah, no, we were just talking about what they wanted to do. He doesn't know.
Understandable. It's all very overwhelming. How about you? How are you doing after today?
I'm good.
If you don't want to talk about it, that's...
No. I'm good.
It went well.
The answer was about as good as I could expect.
You got
But I had her move on.
I see. But you got to speak with her.
I did.
I'm
She said she
glad.
would have gotten along with you all. I think she would have.
I think so.
Oh, imagine me, but smaller and really, really sassy, like almost sassier than me in child form.
That's possible?
I know.
Wow. Huh.
But
you know what? I think Freer and Akari would have gone on well.
probably. I don't know if I could handle that much.
You'll get to meet her one day. I only wish I could have met Freya. Still, I'm glad for you. I'm glad you're able to see her, and I'm glad she was able to move on.
Me too.
You'll see her again one day. I know you don't believe in what comes after in terms of certain gods' beliefs, but I'm sure wherever you go, you'll find her. She'll be waiting.
Probably. Come on. I can see that Fiend is trying to figure out if there's a horn or not.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I can see it. Does it? Yes,
Damn
it
it.
does.
I'm
Oh.
fine.
Just with that, just like, well, let's get on with it then. And just kind of, just in a friendly way, just give you a little shoulder nudge and just continue walking.
I should bop
Yeah.
back. And then keep walking. Stop honking at me, Fiend. You're already driving.
Fiend, when I said I was going to allow you to drive, I lied. It's me. I'm going to drive.
I lied.
Fiend just looks at you and like starts conjuring a fireball. Like, fucking make me.
You wanna go? You wanna go, Fiend?
Gripping the
You
driver's
fly on
seat
the
right
boat.
now.
I'm driving.
Did Farrell get on already?
Girls, you're both pretty. Get on the skiff.
A
He just
sign
starts
comes
driving.
onto the screen. Black background. A sign comes on the screen, says 2 hours later. I'm driving. No, I'm driving.
Okay.
Very many
Farrell
times.
will step on the boat.
Yeah.
He starts like driving every time Tarek tries to get on. Like,
If you
Tarek.
do that, he's gonna fly.
Yeah, no, as you say that, Tarek lands on the deck with the hammer, just like,
Does that make the boat worthy? Just out of curiosity.
Hey, everybody, the boat's worthy.
The boat.
fuck you.
Maybe we should have a boat funeral.
Oh my god.
For the sake of brevity and goddamn time, you want to get on the fucking skip.
Kevin, I don't know what energy you were expecting from just all of us and Jared. First, got a picture of your face, but
Kevin's like, get on the magic motherfucking school bus, baby. We gotta go.
Where's Miss Frizzle?
So, getting on the skiff, you make your way back towards the keep with Farrell's help of direction, going in behind a few yards pace, finding yourself at the Academy of Arcana, back in those familiar front gates with the various colored tunics of mages and various students at the academy, eventually leading you to meet with Salvia. That takes you to a section of the facility very far in the back, where you see various teleportation circles kind of encropped in the grass with various designs and Asgardian runes kind of etched into the ground. She kind of guides you over to one of these particular circles. A few mages from the grounds kind of leave their training circles, and about 5 or so center around the transportation circle, one in a red tunic, burnt orange, blue, green, that kind of thing. And as Sylvia kind of has a hand up, anything you need before you go there, dearest?
We will be back in time, correct? For the funeral? You seemed pretty sure of it.
Can't
What's
say
the
why not.
How long do we have until the funeral from now?
Farrell looks at an imaginary watch.
Looks up at the sun. Right now it's probably like midday, like for like 2 p.m. afternoon. It's happening at night, so like 9 p.m.
Okay, so we have like
So we have like 9 hours.
You have a few hours,
All
yeah.
right.
Okay, cool.
We should be back in time, hopefully.
Is there anything we should know before you teleport us there?
Don't know how far along the project's come. I haven't been able to check on it. Just mentioned the professor, said the Salvia sent you. Should be all good.
Okay,
Roger that.
sounds good to us.
Oh, and she kind of reaches into her robe.
Am I looking at this person that we're gonna have to message? Because that'll be important for later. That's a magical tool we'll need for later.
I would say yes. You're looking at
What happened?
Yeah,
What
I'm
happened?
What happened? Jesus Christ.
That's the
Reason to-
person, though, right? Because I have to know who they are to send them a message.
She's a high elf.
yeah, I'm looking at them as well.
It's fine.
Gives you over a sigil of the Academy of Arcana.
Ooh.
Kind of this round disc with the runes of the school etched into it. It's kind of shimmering, sort of dark green and reddish arcanic glow coming off of it. Like symbol of the Arcana if you need any proof. Hands it over to Farrell.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
All set.
Ready?
Ready to go.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Beam me up, Scotty.
I was about to say that.
I know.
Ooh.
Puts the hand up.
Put on here.
All the other students start to make sort of various hand gestures and signals with their hands as they all start to start to wave them around in various insignia, and sort of this arcanic colored glow matching their tunics start to come out of their hands, and she kind of just gives the go-ahead, and they... and this kind of electrical synergy comes through. This electrical glow starts to connect to each of them as they just empower the teleportation circle. And different sigils or light up in various arcanic colors. Suddenly, this bright light starts to envelop your view. Various colorations of arcane, just kind of lightning jettisoning here and there, as the environment around you kind of turns into a bright white. Wind kind of whips up. Suddenly, that very familiar sort of glow that you see within the Bifrost, that kind of rainbow light color surrounds all of you as you see yourself kind of leaving the Academy of Magic, sort of wafting and flying over the outskirts of the city, gliding over the various wild folk lands that have enveloped most of this continent that you're on, going through forests, going through various mountain ranges, all of that, gliding through lakes. And it's like a couple minutes pass as you're just being jettisoned fast. And all of a sudden, your body's like with just a flash of light and dust. Bit of a thunderous sound as you land, feet plant on a very hard stone flooring. All of you look around, and you're facing a cliffside. Standing on a stone bridge, you look down, there's a gorge on either side of the stone bridge that goes down about 400 feet down. You look behind you, and there's this very dense forest and vegetation behind you, thick vines and various trees and plant life that are very close together. It's very, very dense, like a bramble patch of very particular style. You just kind of look around, and you're very much in the mountain range of the outside lands. You look forward, and the pathway gives to an unassuming square entrance carved into the stone of the mountain. You see runes kind of etched around the doorway. What would you like to do?
As we're getting closer, did we know anything about this person? Are they particularly aggressive? Are they going to try to defend themselves because they don't know who we are?
Sylvia just mentioned that she hadn't heard from them in a while.
Okay.
Looking to Sir Strange for confirmation, like that was all that she said, right?
Should be fine. We've taken on a little G.
Did they say something about what this project might be?
Oh.
No?
She did, actually.
Oh, she did.
Right
That was a liar.
We mentioned it.
Shocking. Okay, so I lied.
Wow.
Ivy, don't you use this again.
She had mentioned to you that they these mages were in this site working on a project that had to deal with sentient magic.
That's right. Okay. Yeah.
Sentient magic?
Yeah. Okay. So I'll relate
Things,
that.
projects that dealt with like trying to speed up arcane processes and trying to do things hands-free.
I wonder what would happen if my fireball had a personality.
Yeah, I'll relay that. Be like, yeah, this is all we were told.
I guess we could just knock.
Suppose. Should I?
Ding, ding, ding.
Ramirez like, no, I got you.
All right.
Hello. She's gonna knock, and then all of a sudden she knocks like a police officer. Don't.
As you kind of knock
glares
lightly,
at you.
What? I knocked politely the first time.
No, it's just a cop joke.
Oh.
you knock politely, ting, 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 at this metal door. Boom, 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 boom. As you hit a bit louder, the runes around the door start to glow with a faint blue light that surges as the iron door suddenly glows in front of you. And a voice emanates from the door,
saying,
A sentient door.
"Hello, my name is Sam.
Alexa.
You are speaking with the structure for assisted magic. Please state your business." And with that, we're going to end the stream.
Jarvis, is that
Damn
you?
it. I was going to say, Alexa?
Oh
yeah,
my god.
yeah. So, yeah, everyone, thank you so much for joining us for another session of Beyond the Realms. We look forward to seeing you each and every week. First time doing kind of a shopping episode, to be honest. Like,
That was good.
Yeah, because this is the first beach episode we've gotten.
Yeah.
To be fair, there was a
With
shopping
half.
episode
With
before this,
half.
but the party was split, and so Farrell and Ramiro went
That's
shopping,
true.
and
Oh, that
Fiend
is true.
died.
Okay, but we
That is true.
we lost all that
Accurate.
money on our shopping spree. So like
That's why I
not
couldn't
really
afford the glue.
shopping. Not really shopping. I spent
Yeah.
most of that that session as a burger.
That was a great
Batman.
Shocker.
episode.
Birds aren't
Looked
good at
great.
gambling.
I need to find that clip of Batman.
I'm not going to gamble anymore, okay? You've cured me.
If you want to check out the episode they're talking about, you can look at all the previous sessions of Beyond the Realms and all the campaigns we have here on the YouTube channel. Also, make sure you're tuning in tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. PST, because we got the latest edition of the Feywild. It is on this week on our bi-weekly schedule with the great DM Jody Rose DMing, and I get to be a player. Oh, sorry, 5:30
30 p.m. PST. I was going to say, that was early.
I thought maybe
yeah, I think there's a couple times where we did it early, but no, it is 5:30 p.m. PST this week. And yeah, Jordy Rowe, I am there as a player with my good old longtime character, Les Paul of the Triton race. But yeah, everyone, we will see you then. We also got another session of the Chromatic Dragon Saga dropping this Saturday. Our lovely, more typical campaign doing Horde of the Dragon Queen with TikTokers Cheide and Jessica Wings, Web-Headed Hero, Lightbox Gnome, and BB Merrill. So lots going on this week. Lots of D&D to be played. Hope you'll join us. Have a good night, everyone. Roll high. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bye. Have a wonderful time.